Hello, everyone, and welcome back.
Hello.
It's been a little bit since we played. Jumping back into a little bit of a recap for y'all. Last session, y'all left Seraphina's and went back on the Tribord Trail to try to find a location in a different portion of Neverwinter Woods where Oberion might be. So you ended up finding a path off Tribord Trail leading you deeper to where you think this location is, and indeed it did lead you to this place. However, along the facade of this abandoned keep in the middle of the woods, Rimple noticed a family crest in the shape of roses that kind of led him to kind of know the family a little bit. So venturing inside, y'all were a bit sneaky. However, you came across a weird worm snake like octopus creature with a beak and tentacles that did some work on you guys, and some more shadow blades joined the fray, and it was back and forth whether they were fighting you or fighting the creature, or being on your side or being on its side, or being against all sides, eventually convincing them that y'all were members of the Shadow Blades as well, utilizing Faye as a patsy to use her as a prisoner to gain entry into the makeshift cells that are within this keep. You guys decided to split the party. Half of you went with a Shadowblade member to bury a fallen Shadowblade, or a couple fallen Shadowblades, and the other half escorted Faye to a makeshift cell room where inside you saw first the old elven professorly individual that Rimple saw in the basement of the Sleeping Giant, and then looking around the corner you saw Oberion sitting on a ratty old bed in the corner. And that is where we ended last session. Now, picking up back where we left off. Which side of this coin would like to begin?
Sorry about that. I was coughing up a lung.
All right, let's go with Rimple, Sirius, and Faye. You guys walk in, and you see Oberion sitting over on a bed. He kind of looks up and sees you both, or all three of you, and then the individual behind the little desk sitting there, elven figured, graying hair, back in a ponytail, looks up and says, "Oh, goodness. Oh, there are more. Are we safe? Oh, must complete my work."
What work is that? Getting kidnapped? Wait, who's it? That Obi or the dwarf or the elf?
The elf individual.
I retract that statement. I was like, so instead of that, I'm gonna say, hi Obi. What you doing here?
And the Obi kind of looks at the three of you, and just kind of raises an eyebrow and says, "I have never met you before in my life, my friend. I am a prisoner here. You all have kept me prisoner here. I will get out and stop you all." And he moves his eyes from the Shadow Blades that are with you to you, Rimple, and Sirius, and Faye, garnishing you all as Shadow Blades.
So I'm gonna look at the guy behind the desk and ask him what it is he needs to complete, what job it is he needs to finish.
Well, you must be new. I am doing work for the Alliance, for the Lord's Alliance. You all are protecting me.
Yeah,
Yes?
we'll continue to protect you, of course. We were just told that the Lord's Alliance could potentially use more help, and we were here to help you with your work.
Ah. Roll a deception check for me.
Yep. Deception, where are you? There you are. I'm gonna fail this.
Oh, I'm
Or not.
proficient.
Woo.
Ugh.
Yes, it's very kind of them. You know, they have been protecting me and moving me about. There are... you are aware of my work, then?
Well, they didn't give us much detail. They just said that while continuing to protect you, we need to help you with what you're working on, and that you would tell us what it is.
Nobody else has assisted me, so I welcome the assistance. I am Professor Archibald Hastings. It is very nice to meet you in better circumstances, I suppose. And this is what he looks like. He's got elf ears.
Nice.
But everything
Nice
else
pick.
looks exactly like that.
D&D Walter White.
Change shape.
I,
looks
look
like
at
D&D Walter White.
D&D's Walter White. Jeez. By the way, your voice is really low. I can't hear you very well. I say, well, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm serious. This is my friend Rimple.
Rumple's gonna side eye you, going, "You had to use my real name, didn't you?"
Didn't realize you were going by a different name. My bad.
Hello, Rimple. Hello, Sirius.
Hello.
Thank you for joining me, I suppose. What happened here? And he kind of points like an open hand at Faye's unconscious body.
And I kind of look at Rimple and kind of look over at Faye and then wait for Rimple to say something.
We actually brought this creature here because, intruder. Yep, intruder. We want to make sure that this person was apprehended.
Oh, goodness. Oh, thank you so much.
Yep, anything for the Shadow Blade.
Who is
or the Lord's
she
Alliance.
with? Have you discerned who sent her?
We're not sure. We just found her fighting the creature over near the altar. She got knocked out, finished off the monster, and we brought her here.
Yeah, unfortunately, the monster had a mind of its own, so it tried to attack us, so we had to attack it. Sorry. It was a natural instinct.
That is nice to protect oneself. And he kind of gives you like this smile, and gleaning from looking at this guy, he doesn't get in much scuffles. He's got a very scholarly look about him, so he doesn't really fight much. And he says, our friend Oburion over here, he doesn't quite understand what the Lord's Alliance is trying to do. And Obi speaks up. I told you, this ain't no Lord's Alliance bullcrap. This is something else. And you need to understand that.
Hey! Dwarf! Did anybody ask you to speak?
And he just looks at you, squints a little, and goes, just huffs. And the other Shadow Blades kind of look at you guys and look from one to the other and says, and the one to the east here says, all right, if you all want to leave this creature with us and head back out, We can take care of them. Or...
So I'm going to look at him and say, actually, we were told to relieve you guys. You're supposed to go help clean up that monster mess after we drop the intruder off, so we can take over your guard post.
Who are you to tell us what to do?
I flash the badge for the Shadow Blades and say, hey, it's from the other guards as well. We're just here to relieve you so you can go help clean up the mess while we keep the dwarf in line.
And they kind of look at each other, and they mumble under their breath a little bit, and you catch bits and pieces of, as soon as we get the next rank, he can't talk to us like that. And then they shuffle out the door and head on over. So now Rimple, Sirius, Obi, Faye, and Archie are in this room by themselves. And we'll jump over to Viha and Galen. Viha and Galen, you guys are outside with one of the Shadowblade members. You guys have been digging little makeshift graves, and he's been saying a couple words about each individual, and you hear about like that they were good men, creatures should have been cleared out before they entered, and they were left with a shit job. Yeah, as he begins to cover them with your assistance. Is there anything you would like to do?
After we finish like kind of covering the bodies up, I'll put my hand on his shoulder, and it's like, you've been through a lot. I know what it's like to lose good friends. Why don't you go ahead and just take a break? We'll take over from here.
Yeah, I think I earned it.
You definitely did.
And he kind of like goes over here, sits on a log, and starts to open like a little packed lunch, like brown paper bagging. And you guys are left by yourselves out here with these freshly covered graves of the fallen Shadowblade members.
I don't think again. We should probably go find the others. They might have found Obi by now.
Okay. I need to go into the woods for a second.
I'll nod and say, okay, I'll meet you inside. I'll go inside and I'll start looking around for the party.
DM.
Yeah.
If I head into the woods a little bit further, can I look for a raven, a crow, a hawk, any kind of bird?
Give me a nature check.
Okay. $17.
Yeah, you think you probably go about 50 or 60 feet into the woods. You could probably find a raven.
Okay.
Yep. Sure. You see a few
pull
sitting
out
on
a
a branch
small-
pretty far up.
Okay. I'll pull out a small piece of paper and kind of scrawl a small note telling about where this castle is and that the prisoners are in the northeastern corner. Because we heard the guard direct our party to escort Faye to the northeast.
Okay.
And I will cast Animal Messenger.
Okay.
I will describe Sildar. The hell is it? Oh, I need to refresh.
Hey, Binge Watcher, thank you so much.
And
For that sub.
I'll
Absolute
tie
legend.
the note to its leg and send it off to Sildar. I'm allowed to have it give 25 words, I think. I'm trying to find it. Replicating your voice speaks only to the creature that matches the description. Okay, so it doesn't really say how many words, but
you specify a location, and what's that location?
Neverwinter, and I described Sildar.
Okay.
I'm gonna mention the castle, mention finding Obi, and that if he could send some people this way, that'd be great.
Okay. Easy enough. You tie the message to the leg of the raven and send it off in the direction of Neverwinter.
Okay.
While you're doing this, jumping back, Viha going back inside. You get to the location that you think is where the makeshift cells are. You head inside and you see Rumple, Sirius, Obi, and a new face, along with Faye, just beginning to rouse from being put to sleep.
I'll see Obi and I'll kind of walk over. I go, oh, thank God you're all right, my friend. I was worried. And I'll extend my hand out to shake his.
Via. No.
I'll look at Viha, and I'll look at Rimple and say, Viha, block the door.
Oh, I meant to use Psionic Mind.
You use Psionic Mind, so you walk over to Obi, extend your hand for a handshake, and say that it's good to see him.
Yeah.
Okay. Obi does not take your hand. You see a side-eye glance out in the direction of this other individual that's sitting behind a desk. Luckily, he is still poring over a couple of books and some papers, so he doesn't see this slight interaction. But he does look up and seeing you. Oh my, you're a big one, aren't you? Are you a member of the Lord's Alliance as well?
I'll walk over and I'll proceed to just shake his hand, but I won't say anything. So I'll kind of repeat the same mannerism.
Yes, indeed. Are you checking on the prisoner? And he gestures towards Obi.
I shake my head.
What are you here for?
I just kind of look over at Rimple and Sirius.
Does this one speak?
He doesn't speak often, but he's with us. He was with the group of us that was told to come help you with your Lord's Alliance work.
What are your expertise?
Oh, I'm pretty good with a book. I've been studying for a long time. I just recently decided to join the Shadow Blades. They saw my skill and decided to promote me pretty early.
Oh,
I'll kind of put my hand on my sword.
I see. You might not be much help looking into my endeavor, but it would be nice to have you around. And he's saying that looking at Viha, and then he kind of glances over at Rimple. And you, Master Rimple?
Yes.
What is your area of expertise if you were sent to assist?
I'm a person who knows how to get stuff. Let's put it that way.
I'm not sure how that will help me in my research, but who knows? Maybe down the line we might see the world outside of some walls. And he kind of shuffles and he clears his throat a little bit. Oh, Goodness, the prisoner is beginning to wake. And Archie just kind of takes a step like around the table as Faye begins to rouse.
Faye does not say anything. She has a very disgruntled, I'm about to kill someone if I don't get some food face.
Oh. It looks hungry? Do you have anything to feed it?
I look at the Han Rimple and sit and just kind of wait for them to say something, not sure what to do about Faye in the moment.
I'll decide, like, do we really need to keep it here? Can't we just let it out and release it into the wild?
Nah. I see canines on it. Might survive.
Well, if you are here to assist, and he kind of side glances at Faye as he continues. He kind of moves back over to where he was behind the table, kind of glances over at Obi and glances at you and says, I don't know if I'm comfortable divulging this in front of our friend across the room. And you hear Obi just kind of scoff. But are you familiar with something called the Phandelver's Pact?
I'll just kind of like raise my eyebrow, like I'll act confused.
Well, the Phandelver's Pact?
Yes, the Phandelver's Pact.
Is it like a contract or something?
Well, it essentially is. And he kind of glances at Obi and says, this is nothing you haven't already said before. I get it. And he continues and he says, the Phandelver's Pact was an agreement between several races to protect something known as the Forge of Spells. And like, as he's speaking, he kind of goes a little highbrow, extends his jaw down as he's speaking, and his glasses, he kind of keeps occasionally just pushing them up on the bridge of his nose.
He's doing that anime bullshit.
You see, the pact was an agreement to protect the forge, but it is through my, and he like stands up straight a little bit, he straightens his back, through my study and research, I have gleaned that it actually includes items from each of these races that together can protect, and what I've been told through our friends of the Lord's Alliance here and their subsect, that something is trying to take them. So they enlisted myself, the upstanding professor and scholar that I am, to try to find these pieces so we can protect them. They have been moving me around. It's rather annoying. I'd rather stay in my library in my office. But they moved me around a few times. I was in a quaint village for a little while, Phandalin, but then they said it wasn't safe there anymore, and they've moved me into the middle of the woods here. But I guess there was a reason for that. It is roughing it a bit, but I'm happy that I'm safe from the factions that are trying to steal these items. And he kind of like grabs his like vest collars with each hand and kind of like straightens back a little more and says, I'm helping protect them. And he smiles very largely. Yeah, that's bullshit. You're helping the enemy.
Hey! Rock Humper! If we need an audience, we'll ask for one.
He like grumbles a little bit.
And what are the items in this Phandelver's pack, if we may ask?
I haven't really discovered too many. It seems there may be 4. There is a what I have gathered from my readings, there seems to maybe be a crystal shard of some kind somewhere. There could be a locket. I'm not sure of its origin. And a scepter. I don't know. Everything I've read says that there was only 3 races combined in the agreement. But what I've found, it speaks of maybe 4 items, and he kind of like rifles through a bunch of papers, and you see like the number 4 written down in his handwriting that has like a question mark beside it. I can't seem to figure out the 4th. But there, yes.
Well, what are the other 3? Unless I missed it.
He said that there was a crystal shard, like a shard crystal something, and then possibly a locket, unknown origin, and then some kind of scepter.
Okay, my bad. Get distracted by the dog. Then I ask him, well, can I look at the paperwork? Maybe I can discern what this last one is.
This isn't all of it. This is only a local book that was in a library in Phandalin that the Lord's Alliance were kind enough to check out for me to look at. And he kind of turns it around and hands it to you. Rimple and Viha, I believe you two recognize the description as Elwyn's tome.
Alright. Is the book written in common or Elvish?
It is written in common.
Okay, because you told us that she was an elf.
Correct.
I'll just kind of shrug and say, well, while you guys do what you're gonna do, I'll go take this thing outside. I'll go walk over to the elf guy, and I'll extend my hand out again. Archibald. Yeah, I'll extend my hand out to him again without saying anything.
Indeed.
I'll walk over to Obi, and I'll do the same thing, but I'll use my psionic mind to say, the crystal and the pendant are safe. And then I'll just walk over to, I'll kind of pick Faye up by the restraints and bring her outside.
Okay.
Rimble is going to... Does Viha have the book now?
Sirius does.
I have it.
Sirius has the book, okay. Alright, Rimble's going to be like, thank you for your time. We'll let you know if we find one of these other treasures for you.
Yeah.
Of course. Thank you for...
We'll send a raven.
Oh, okay. Please do not tell anyone. The Lord's Alliance work is very hush-hush, you know.
What the hell are you talking about? And he winks at him.
I enjoy this.
I'm gonna tell him. Well, I'm gonna research this book a little bit more. I'll be back soon. I just have to go confer with them, and then we'll follow up behind with Rimple.
Okay. So you all leave Professor Hastings and Obi in there. As you all walk by Rimple, you hear noises of coming from over here, of like scrubbing and like exasperated murmuring as a couple Shadow Blades are in there cleaning up the mess. Other than that, you don't hear much else. Where's everyone going?
Oh, I'm going to first stop by Galen.
I think. Well, are we gonna go see Galen?
I took Faye outside.
Well, I know you took Faye outside.
I undid do Faye's restraint.
Okay, so
seeing you guys walk by, I'll follow you guys. I won't say anything yet.
Yep. I think we're all about to exit.
Meet out front, yes.
Meet out front.
Okay.
A question. Was any of my gear confiscated?
No, you're just tied up.
Your sword was taken off of you. But I guess we can say that Viha grabbed it on his way out. So you all are outside Blackthorn Keep, having successfully circumvented your way through to find out where Obi and this new professor is at, and are now releasing this creature into the wild.
Yep, go, be free.
Yep.
So I'm gonna look.
Fly, my friend.
Fly. We can't leave Obi in here. Maybe we can convince Hastings to come with us if the area is unsafe and take Obi along.
Well, that's gonna be awkward. We just went, bye. Oh, by the way, you want to come with us?
Well, it would make sense if there's a threat, right? We can just use those dead bodies and pretend like the keep got attacked.
That works too.
So, let me know.
Oh, sorry. I seem to have left my coin purse.
Rimple, are you going back in?
Oh no, I'm not going back in unless someone is coming back in with me.
Does anyone relay anything to me?
I'm pretty sure we were catching you up.
Okay, you rock. I sent word to Sildar.
All right. Did you?
Okay. The prisoner's being kept.
All right. Do we want to send a message to the librarian? We have her book.
We have the book?
We have the book now.
Well, Sirius has the book, but I saw him give Sirius the book.
Okay.
There's also 4 objects. We have 2 of them. We have the pendant and... Vito, remind me, what's the other one we have?
You have the
crystal shard and the pendant.
Yep.
We have the shard and the pendant.
And he mentioned something about a scepter.
Oh, and there's a scepter. I guess it was 3 races made 4 items.
Okay.
And the ring was given to the 9L. I'm just kidding.
So what's the plan?
I'll look up the sky and then look at the party. Like, we should probably be getting back to Phandalin. We've been gone for some time now.
We had to get back to Phandalin. Also, he was the guy. His voice. I remember we broke into the tavern and I went and I looked through that people. That's the same guy's voice. I saw him talking to hang on, what's her name?
Ravina.
I didn't see his face, but I knew his voice.
Okay. Well, how did he give you the book? Did he just like?
We persuaded him to give him the book. We pretended we were like, oh, we're on your side.
Okay. GM, really quick, I missed that small section of the book being given to us. Is it given to us, or is he supposed to look at it here and give it back?
We're pretending to helping him.
I was telling him that I would look at it back in a minute with it, but if we're leaving, then it just magically disappears, I suppose.
Oh, so it's like a Candlekeep book, where if you take it out in a day, it goes back to the library.
No, I'm saying as if we just walk away with it.
Well, is the book going to teleport back to his hands?
I doubt it.
A DM question.
Yeah, DM, out of game. Vito, is it like Candlekeep rules where you check a book out?
No one knows. You guys don't know anything about that.
Oh, okay.
Yep. This is just a book a guy has that he gave to you to assist him in discerning something. He had been poring over it for a while, couldn't figure out a few things or if there was anything else to be discerned, and he handed it over for Sirius to take a look at.
Okay.
Maybe we take a look at it.
It's like, I'll be right back with this, and they never saw him again.
It's like back in the day. Don't worry, I'll bring your CD right back, and you never see it again.
Old school Blockbuster.
Well, maybe we go ahead and take a look at it, and we do give it back, because if we leave, we're just people that were here that helped. If we leave with the book, that's going to raise suspicion.
Also, he might have communications with Ravina, so if we ever go back to the tavern, she's
and the
gonna
boss
be like,
is coming to town.
Yeah, that too. I forgot about the boss.
Yeah. So let's all commit to memory as much as we can, and
so
try to decide what it is.
So I'd like to study the book in depth and see what I can uncover and what I can.
I would like to study it too.
Okay. Let's see. Let me get a good one here.
Do you have like to look at the book and be like, what is the book?
If you would, there's a few options y'all can use. You can either use history, you can use arcana, you can use investigation.
I can roll arcana. I have a +5.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll history.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll arcana.
8. Jesus Christ.
Guidance on Sears. Ah, damn. Okay.
15.
Faye, you trying to say something?
Yes. Question. I have the amulet, and it lets me understand various languages. Yes?
Okay. Yes.
And allow me to understand written languages.
Yes, written and spoken.
I try using it on the book.
So the book is in common. There may be... Yeah, sure. Yeah, go ahead. Roll me... Well, automatically you'll know. There are a few spots that are in different languages. Just little quotes, little excerpts that are just like little margins that are typed out in there as everyone's watching. Between... Okay, let's see. Between Faye and Rimple. And you guys, how long are you guys spending on this? Probably like...
Well, at this point, I think we should be walking deep in the woods just a little bit. No, powwow on the sidelines.
Okay. That's good. You'll spend about, what, an hour or so? Like a short rest time frame?
I mean, if we want to take a short rest. I mean, technically reading is not
No, I'm talking about everybody else who's not... Yeah, so in that time frame. So take an hour.
All right.
All right. Good. Okay. So between Rimple and Faye, you kind of pinpoint a couple things that are like contradictory to themselves in the book, and they kind of essentially like one of those endless for the next part of the story, turn to this page, and then the bottom of that page, for the next part of the story, turn to this page, but you go back to the first page, and like it keeps kind of flip-flopping a few different places. You're like, no, wait, this is speaking to this, but that's speaking to here, but this doesn't make sense with the chronological order of the way the book is speaking, and you kind of discern that there's a slight code in the book, and Rimple, you kind of pick up on it first, and you're like, there might be a code, but then Faye says a couple things that are in like some weird language that you don't quite understand, and you're like, what's that?
Is it Thieves' Kit or Gnomish?
No.
Damn.
It's we'll just say it's a very obscure language that none of you speak, but because of this relic, Faye can understand it. But the languages, I'll tell you above table, the languages don't really mean anything specifically for you guys. It's just little things that you both end up picking up on about a book, and it's speaking, the way it speaks is in like first person, but the entire book is a history of the Sword Coast, which saying this was this, or this did happen. It's all past tense, but there's those occasional glimpses of the different language and the contradictory statements that like have first person narrative in there, in occasional spots that kind of link to bits of the Phandelver's Pact.
Okay.
And the book doesn't have an author. You guys glean that. The book does not have an author.
No author.
So while you guys are studying that, everyone can take a short rest.
Okay.
Sirius, unfortunately, you don't glean any more than what is written at face value.
Yeah, I figured.
Yep. So are y'all returning the book? Or are you holding on to it?
We have to return it, or else they're gonna...
I'll return it, yeah.
Okay. So you're all hanging outside while Sirius returns the book?
I'll go with him.
Okay.
A is starving.
Whoop.
Hey, V.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you go with them, seeing how you've already been in the room, and tell Obi with your little Jedi mind trick thing that Sildar is going to bring reinforcements?
I'll nod. Yeah, can do. And I'll...
All of them in. Rimple,
Yeah,
Faye, and Sirius, as you enter the room.
Not with us.
Rimple, Sirius, and Viha, as you enter the room, you notice the two Shadowblade individuals are back in there, and as soon as you walk in, they begin to question you. Where is the prisoner?
What do you mean? Oh, never mind.
Where is that creature? They ask you.
I'll grin as I took care of it.
Viha, honey, darling. We took care of it.
We took care of it. Sorry.
Well, did you question it?
What
did you find out?
Let's just say wrong place, wrong time.
It was looking for a snack.
There was a hunter of the night. And he, well, let's just say, was looking for some goblin chow, if you know what I mean.
So it wasn't after anything other than food.
Food,
most likely.
Nothing more than a scavenger.
Yeah. Think your stars wasn't a no.
All right. And they just kind of like kick back on the wall slightly. And you guys were doing something with the book?
So I'm going to pull the book out and set it on the table in front of me and tell the professor I really couldn't discern much. I tried to study it, but nothing really popped out for me.
Yeah, this book was confusing.
My sentiments exactly. There is something special about it. I just can't place my finger on it. It's curious. Interesting. And the Shadowblade like pops up and says, "Oh, old man, you think everything's interesting. You want to go find something else interesting?" And he kind of chuckles, and the other Shadowblade kind of says, "Oh, stop. He doesn't want to go face that thing. He's a bookworm. He doesn't know anything about the world."
Face what thing?
Oh, that's right. You are new, aren't you?
We haven't been around that.
I mean, if you want to enlighten us, you certainly can try.
There's you see, before we came in here to redo the keep, there was a creature that kind of held up residence, and we kind of locked it away. We feed it occasionally. The professor never goes that way. It's just what a bookworm.
And what type of creature is this? A large creature? A small creature? Somewhat in between?
The other guy says, "Oh, he's pretty big there. Pretty big. Kind of the size of a bear. Oh, maybe kind of looks like an owl."
Oh.
Big
Big
guy.
eh? Big guy.
As they're describing the creature, Viha's like grinning, like he's eager to go kill something.
Relax, Viha. Sorry, barbarians. Wait, is there a reward for the killing of this creature? I'm pretty sure the professor wouldn't mind us if we slit its throat for a time or two.
I mean, we just kind of locked it off in there. I don't know why the boss said to leave it where it lies. It would make more sense to take it out of the keep. But yeah, he said just leave it in that room. Don't let it go anywhere. I don't know. We feed it occasionally. So I wouldn't kill it. Might make the boss mad. Just steer clear.
You're gonna have Viha get like a disappointed look on his face. I'll like kind of cock my eyes over to Obi, and I'll deliver Galen's message to him about Sildar, and having sent word to him.
You see the slightest of twitches on his mustache. That's the only reaction to your message that he makes.
And then yeah, from there I'll leave the room, head back outside.
I'll follow behind him.
Okay, so you guys going outside?
Yep.
Okay. leaving Archie, Obi, the two Shadow Blades in that room. You all meet up back outside. What are we doing?
I think it's best we head back to Phandalin.
I agree.
Okay.
We got the meeting, and we have the herb to deliver.
That's true. We still got to deliver that herb.
Very true. All right.
Hi-ho, Silver, away.
You guys head back. Oh, let me move you all over.
My health not modified. Interesting.
All right. So
also, while
yeah.
they were inside the castle, I would have tended to Faye's wounds a little bit. I don't know if Faye, did you use any hit die during the short rest?
I did not use any hit die during the short rest.
Okay.
Because I figured there was this rule in playing D&D. While others are taking short rests, and there are those who would have taken short rests but are working on something, they wouldn't have used the hit die to short rest.
Nope, you all would have gotten it. Would have gotten a short rest.
So I don't know if you wanted to use a hit die or not, but I healed you for 11 hit points. Just kind of tending to your wounds and making sure you were still okay. A little bit more concern present in my face and stuff. Making sure you're good.
Okay. As you all begin to leave Blackthorn Keep and head back down towards Tribor Trail, can I have someone roll me a d20, please?
I'll do it.
Okay. So this path takes you back to the Tribor Trail. It takes you about the second half of the day to get where you're trying to go, but you do manage to get back to your wagon, which is nice, and begin to head out. So as you guys are heading back west and south on the Tribor Trail, is there anything y'all would like to discuss or do?
Faye just wants to eat.
I'll kind of look around like, I think it's a little weird. Elwyn said the book was stolen by Shadowblade, yet Professor Hastings said that it was checked out by the Lord's Alliance.
And then my character is going to sit there and he's going to think for a second. He's going to say, well, maybe the Shadow Blades lied and said they were part of the Lord's Alliance, or that they were hired by the Lord so he'd do the work.
I was kind of like, I'll have a puzzled look on my face, like contemplating. You don't think the Lord's Alliance and the Shadow Blades are in cahoots somehow, do you?
Huh.
Strategically, it does make a lot of sense.
Or maybe he's an agent of the Lord's Alliance and they lied to him to get him to
Very true.
do their job.
He can be being lied to, which makes a lot more sense.
I didn't see him, so I don't know how gullible he is, but
He just seemed interested in the book. Kept talking about needing to complete his work. He was actually rather thorough.
well, we have the urge to return. We can tell her that we should track down the book. That we don't have it, but we know where it is. We can eat an actual meal for once. And then we can check in with the boss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hearing Galen say meal, Viha will like get this grin on his face like, you had me at meal. Feeling a bit pressed for time though. I want to use do an animal handling check. See if I can't like rush the horses on a bit. Keep speed up.
Okay. Roll me an animal handling check.
Assist. Give advantage.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, you're assisting? Okay.
Just roll again. I'm not gonna roll.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. You do the horses to giddy up a little bit faster. Before you do that, Faye, you said you were hungry. Did you want to do anything about that?
I want to take half the party on a hunt with her.
Oh, hold on.
Not knowing any better, my character would probably agree to go with her.
Oh yeah, if Faye wants to go hunt before we mush along, I can go with them.
I'll just stay by the horses.
Okay, so
And
you start to giddy up, but then you stop and you park the cart on the side of the road, Tribord Trail, and so Faye, Sirius, who else?
Me.
I'll come along.
Viha and Galen?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay by the cart in case. Well, I'll just stay by the cart.
Okay. Gotcha. So the rest of you, are you heading back into Neverwinter Woods or the surrounding area?
Yeah, can we take a small detour?
Okay.
Do the hunting in the wood.
Okay. Whoever's looking for something to hunt for. Well, Faye said they wanted to lead. So Faye, go ahead and roll me a survival check at advantage
Guidance.
since everyone's helping you.
Okay. Hooray for advantage.
You find yourselves heading into the woods. You see occasional flitters of birds or hear the creak of little scurryings or crack of twigs and whatnot. You find yourselves in an area such as this. Let me throw your tokens down. Serious.
It's a nice map.
Yeah. Galen and Faye in front. Sure, like that. You find yourselves in a rather iffy clearing. There's tree branches that are kind of reaching out in your direction. But this is kind of where the sounds have been leading you. You've been following a little bit of noises, and you kind of end up here. Faye, as you which direction would you like to go, Faye? You can keep searching, or you can turn around and go back. It's up to you.
This Pact.
So you're gonna turn down this way? Okay. Okay, you start heading that way. Are you guys trying to be sneaky? Faye, are you trying to be sneaky while you're hunting?
Yeah, Faye's trying to be sneaky, but she has her chainmail on, so she has disadvantage on stealth.
Oh, you put your chainmail back
I'll
on?
pass.
Yeah,
without
go ahead.
trace.
Okay. Give me your stealth checks for anyone stealthing.
1 second. Actions. Oh, no, sorry. Abilities.
It's +10 for anything that shows.
For what?
18.
I'm sorry, Galen? +10?
Yeah, pass without trace.
Okay. Got it. Oof, that almost rolled off the
13.
desk. Okay. Faye, roll me another survival check.
I'm making sure to stay close to Faye.
At 20.
Huzzah!
Nice.
There be something big and easy to kill.
Okay, give me 1 second.
A dead dragon falls from the sky.
The fucking owl creature we just heard about. Yeah, woohoo, we're in the woods.
Coming around the corner, you see, just kind of sniffing around with your guys' stealth, you see 2 wolves just kind of hanging out. Haven't noticed you guys yet. One here and one here. Hey, what would you like to do?
Let's see. How far are they away from us?
I'm sorry? What'd you say?
Trying to see if
25 and 30.
Yep, they're 25 to 35 feet away.
Yeah. The closer of the 2, I want to hit with Pitch Bolt.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
7.
Second.
Why did it roll twice?
Don't know.
Got a 7 and a 10.
Okay. Second here. So your witch bolt flies out, and it crackles past this creature, and just shoots off into the trees over here. But unfortunately, both of them are now alerted to y'all's presence. And now I need y'all to roll for initiative. Click your token, please.
Oh, shit. My bad.
Another nat 20.
Damn.
What is with these nat 20s? They're chaotic. More so than normal.
Meanwhile, Rimple is just talking to the horse. So, what's up?
The horse just neighs.
I really wish
Come here often.
Okay, Galen, let me add your turn in here. Faye, you got a 21.
Yeah.
Sirius, what did you get? You got a 13.
19.
Oh, you have advantage?
Yep.
And Galen, what did you get? Galen.
Yeah, 12, sorry.
Okay. Oh, that is going to throw them right up there. Wow, they get a nat 20 as well. So that's right up there. All right, let me change the music here for you. Okay, so seeing you turning around and seeing you try to shoot at it, this top wolf is going to run right up next to Faye. It is going to move here, right next to Faye. And it is going to attempt to bite at you.
Would it be able to use my protector reaction since I'm right next to Faye?
Read that to me, please. Or share it to VTT.
When wielding a shield on a creature you can see attacks a target other than you within 5 feet, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. They will roll at disadvantage. Oh, that second one was a nat 20. So that's good. Good job. That helped. That helped a lot. 17 to hit you, Faye.
It doesn't hit.
Okay, so it'll bite out at you, and it will. Vihad, that's just one attack, right?
It just says, yeah, while wielding a shield and a creature, you can see attacks a target other than you within 5 feet. It doesn't say anything other than that.
Is that a reaction?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll say that just happens one time, or
yeah.
Yeah. No, let's since it's a reaction, we'll have it round based. On the attack roll. Okay, so it's just one time. Okay, easy enough. That wolf will take a second bite at Faye. For a 7 to hit, which is not gonna hit.
Doesn't hit.
Yep. Let me fix this. There we go. Descending order. And the other creature, the other wolf will run. And it will attack Faye as well. And because of Pact tactics, it gets advantage. Okay. It's for a dirty 20.
A dirty 20 does hit.
Okay. For 5 points of piercing damage. And I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
Dirty 20.
Okay. As it jumps up at you to take this bite, it latches on. However, you're able to shake it, and you're not knocked prone. You stand your ground and hold your footing. And that is the end of their turn. Faye, you are up. Sirius, you are on deck. As these wolves are beginning to slightly surround you.
I want to use... They're within 5 feet of me, right?
Yes, they are.
I'm gonna use Sword Burst.
Okay, go ahead.
Dex saving throw is 11. Does that hit them?
Okay, can you throw up Sword Burst in the VTT, please?
Just showed up.
Just click where it says Sword Burst. It says Display to VTT.
Oh. Sword Burst is cantrip. Damage controlled combat.
There you go.
Okay, right. So Viha and the two wolves are going to make Constitution Dexterity saving throws. Okay, Dex saving throws.
26 force.
Viha is safe.
So the wolf to the east of you fails, and the wolf to the south succeeds. And the wolf to the north takes 3 force damage.
Yes, and I want to invoke my Blood Curse of Exposure.
Okay, can you share that, please?
Yeah. Blood Curse of Exposure. The creature you see within 30 feet of you takes damage from an attack or spell. You can use a reaction to remove any damage resistances built by triggering the attack or spell. This lasts until the end of the target's next turn.
Okay.
Amplify. The target loses any damage immunities dealt by the triggering attack or spell, yada yada.
Are you amplifying it?
You do want to amplify it, yes.
Okay, and then you regain hit points, correct?
Oh, it doesn't regain any hit points from me.
Okay, yeah. So now this creature does not have any resistances. Easy enough. Anything else you'd like to do?
And I'll save second wind and end my turn.
Okay. Sirius, you're up. Galen, you're on deck.
Okay, so targeting this wolf right here, I'm gonna hit him with a chill touch.
So the southern wolf?
Yeah, the southern
okay,
wolf.
Gotcha.
Play it on BTC for you real quick. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a nat 1.
It shoots wide, and it doesn't hit any of your compatriots, which is good. But that is the end of your turn.
Sounds good to me.
Yes. Galen, you're up. Viha, you're on deck.
I am blessing my 3 compatriots.
Okay.
And moving back.
Got it. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Viha.
Bonus action, sorry. Shillelagh.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of run to the other side of this wolf, and as I make a pass, I'm gonna make a backward swing with my justice.
Okay. As you begin to run away, that wolf to the south takes an attack of opportunity for a natural 20.
Ooh.
And yeah. Take. Okay.
Just all the nat 20s this game.
Yeah, there's been a few from all over the place. Jesus, 9, almost max damage. 9 points of piercing damage. I need you to make a oh, that was dexterity, wasn't it? Strength saving throw.
Add a d4.
Oh, I'm sorry, it was
Add a d4.
yeah. Add a d4. we'll have you do that, and then I want to jump back to the damage.
So it'll be 16.
Okay, so you save. You're not knocked prone. However, jumping back to the damage, because it was a crit, I rolled regular. So that was 9, 9, 18 plus another roll. 21 points you take from that bite.
Ooh.
Yes. I'm looking at your... I don't know why your token says 13 of 13.
Yeah, I don't either. I keep seeing that.
What's your max health?
36.
Okay. And then minus... Alright, hopefully now...
I was off by 1. I should be at 15, 36.
Okay, it says 15 in D&D Beyond. Okay, let me make sure this campaigns. It's when I have Roll20 up, and then I view your guys' campaigns. Sometimes it updates, or it's supposed to update. Oh, that's why, because you changed your name in D&D Beyond.
Oh, okay, I forgot I did that.
It's no longer Viha. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have access to edit the red square or the red circle on Roll20. So just put minus 21.
Okay.
Type in minus 21, press enter, and it should update itself. There you go.
All right.
And then we'll have to figure out your name thing at a different point. Okay. So you attacked with oh, you didn't attack. Oh, you did. You did 14. Okay. Yeah. So that'll hit. That'll hit.
Come on.
Was it one-handed or two-handed?
It was just one.
Just one? Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. You have a shield. So just remember that for the future. Because if you have your shield up, then you can't utilize two-handed. As you swing on this creature, it kind of glances back and you cleave its body clean in half, and it is now dead.
Meanwhile, somewhere a couple miles around. So, I was just thinking, God, why are they taking so long?
Exactly.
And I bonus them. No, I think that's going to end my turn.
Okay, top of the round, Faye, you're on deck. The wolf that is now next to Faye is going to see that its friend has been slain and shifting attention from Faye, moving to Viha, will attempt to bite out at Viha, but before they do that, Faye, if you would like to take an opportunity attack, you may certainly try.
Okay, rule of cool attack. It has her sword equipped.
Yes, so you have your sword, your long sword.
It wants to essentially take the sword, infuse it with Tasha's caustic brew, and throw an essentially acid-coated sword at the wolf.
Is Tasha's a bonus action?
Technically speaking, yeah.
So it is an action. So unfortunately, I like where your head's at, but you can definitely attempt to throw the longsword, but to coat it, to have caustic brew and the sword attack, it would need to be, they're both actions and you cannot do that. But if you'd like to throw your sword, you definitely can give it a shot.
Okay.
And we'll say because it is not supposed to be a thrown weapon, we'll say that the creature's AC boosts slightly to kind of mirror like cover, or it's a little harder to hit because you're throwing something that's not supposed to be thrown. But not by much.
That 20.
Right. Let me look here. Da, da, da. Okay, yep, that just came up. All right. Nice. All right, give me your... That does hit. So... Roll another... So double that, 12. Roll another D8.
Got an 8. A D8.
Okay, neat. So, as this wolf begins to attempt to attack Viha, you take your longsword and you chuck it, and it flies through the air, spinning, and it impacts the side of this creature and impales it into the ground. And your blade is now stuck through the creature and into the ground, and it is now dead. And combat is now over.
Seeing that, I'll look up at Faye and I'll hold up my hand like for a high five.
I'll walk up to the group and I'll say, I could stop any decay so these stay fresh until we cook them.
Before
That would
giving
be
it a second thought, Faye pulls
You
her
are
sword
so
out
hard
of
to do.
this wolf.
I'm sorry?
Before giving it a second thought, Faye pulls her sword out of the wolf and just practically impales.
Okay, so Faye eats as much as she can of this wolf, and there is one more dead wolf. What are y'all doing with that one?
Yeah, we
I
preserve
like
that one for
Sirius's
cooking.
idea.
Okay. Sirius, you preserve this wolf in the state that it is in, and it will not decay. Faye, after you're done devouring this wolf, can you roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
.2.
Okay. You were fairly hungry, and your inhibitions went out the window, and you devour this entire creature, and it seems to be hitting the right spot in your soul, and you feel good from eating it, and you're full, and you're happy.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and pick up the remains of the other one.
Okay.
Start plugging it back.
Okay. Galen, what's your passive perception?
16.
I think that's the highest that we have in the party, if I'm not mistaken.
Definitely better than mine.
Yep. As you guys are walking away, Galen, from about here and from about here, you catch out of the corner of your eye a piece of the tree, or something that looks like the piece of a tree. Just kind of, I'll show you. Let me show you what you see. And you're the only one that sees this. Oh my gosh, go to the right layer. Okay. Okay. You see little creatures like this. They're kind of peeking around branches at you guys, kind of staying back out of view the best that they can. Just kind of watching what has been going on.
Okay.
Would you like to do anything with that information, or just keep moving?
I will just tell the party that I think we should collect our stuff and get back to the wagon, and then I'll kind of keep an eye on these two and see if I need to announce anything else.
Okay. Yeah. Easy enough. They kind of move silently in the trees and kind of follow you guys for just a little while, keeping an eye on you guys. It seems to you, Galen, they're a little bit more curious, and for whatever reason, they keep wherever you are stacked in like this marching order or whatever, back to the wagon. They kind of stay like opposite and like abreast of you specifically, for whatever reason. And then when you guys get to the edge of the clearing, they kind of halt and disappear back into the branches of the trees.
Okay. I'll stop just before I exit the forest, and I'll drop 2 good berries, my final 2.
Okay.
And then walk off.
Good to know. All right. So coming back out of the woods, you look over and you see Rimple kind of talking to the horse and kicking his feet and just hanging out.
Holding one half of the wolf in each of my hands, I'll raise them both up and I'll yell, "Rimple, dinner!"
Oh, cool. You guys look like shit. Oh, by the way, no one tried to rob me.
That's good.
Well, they were smart not to.
Needs me. I'm gonna be in a food coma in the.
Okay. So you guys all pile back up into the wagon and start to head your way. It'd probably be about a day's worth of travel. However, it's before dark. I'll say you get to about here, just past the intersection. So you get to about here. Whoop, whoop. And you can discern you're probably about 10 or so miles away from town, but it's getting late. So you guys can push through if you'd like.
Seeing that we're close, I'll kind of look at the party like, you guys want to call it for the night, or should we rush on through?
Serious, I'll just look at all of you and say, I'm not really sure what we should do.
If we push, can we basically make it to town in the time that it would take for guard duty? Like, if we went into town and went to bed to deal with stuff in the morning, would we still get a full night's sleep?
You probably get back around I'd say probably about 2 o'clock in the morning.
I'm fine either way.
I think we could afford to push through. If we get through there in like by 2, we could head to the sleeping giant.
And that
well,
is...
I wouldn't want to go to the sleeping giant at 2 in the morning.
No, not the sleeping giant. The Stonehill Inn.
Okay. We do have a wolf though.
We do.
So if we do want to camp out.
Okay, yeah.
Roasted wolf sounds delicious to me.
So you guys camping out?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess so.
Going with your guys' weird OCD of how you want your camp set up, you find the exact mirrored location of every other place that you've camped.
We're that good. We're just that good. We know exactly where to put everything.
Yep.
Is anyone?
We just get to a spot. We're like, all right, you guys know the drill.
Does anyone know leatherworking?
No.
I don't.
Thieves' tools, not leather works tools.
I'm a herbalist, alchemist.
And your wagon is now in the picture, so that's good.
Yay!
It comes and goes as it pleases. That the wagon is the one X factor of our campsite.
Yep.
So as we begin to set up camp, I'm going to try and find some berries, maybe some mushrooms, some type of stuff I can use to maybe help with dinner, or some type of herbs I can use to make potions of some kind, maybe healing potions, stuff like
that. To make healing potions?
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to find the herbs. I'm not gonna actually make the potions.
Do you have what kits do you have, or what?
I have herbalism kit and the alchemist supplies.
Okay. Roll me either a nature or arcana.
I'm gonna roll arcana. I'm rolling like trash today.
Arcana.
Maybe assisting him because I have both as well.
Okay, sure. Roll at advantage.
Loop.
Oh, that's a thing. Okay, so you dig out, or you start to venture out a little bit, and you find a few ingredients that kind of look similar to what would be in a healing potion, or that you've seen made before, or you may have possibly made yourself before. You gather. Don't hold me to this, because I'm going to say, I'm not going to actually, you know what? I'm not even going to say a number, because then it'll turn into a whole thing. You find a couple ingredients, like a few plants that could be utilized with other assets to create a healing potion, but
okay,
still a bit of ways to go before it yeah, I was gonna be like, you find like 2 of 10 ingredients, and then it turns into, well, I'm gonna go search for the other 8. So we're not gonna put numbers on this at all. It's just you find a few, but not enough.
Sounds good.
Then I hit tab. I go to alchemist patch, and I hit the button that says extract ingredients. There, solved it.
Yep.
By the way, Vito, I hate that shit too.
Yep. Hashtag EG3.
Yep. All right, you guys set up camp. Who's preparing what, and or chit-chatting?
I'm just shooting the shit. Be like, so wolves. Luckily, it wasn't boars this time.
What kind of skill check would you make it to dress this wolf down and possibly salvage some of the leather?
Are you attempting to do that?
I was going to suggest Rental do it.
I mean,
I was going to ask Rental if he would.
I mean, I'm proficient in survival, so I can help somebody.
So Rimple,
I have a +2 to survival.
Well, if someone's doing it, I can help them. I'm proficient.
Or you could just do it. You don't want to get your hands dirty?
I mean, I'll skin the wolf.
Yeah, give me a survival check.
All right, then.
There we go.
14.
Yeah. You're able to skin it fairly well. You've done it before. It's fairly well skinned. There are a few bits and pieces of the pelt that you kind of cut through. You didn't cut into the stomach, which is good. But it's not like the pelt is a little ratty.
Ew.
But it's ratty as in like you cut pieces into it and sliced the bits off, so you kind of had to go back through it. So it's not like a full cover pelt. It's kind of, I'll say, like patchwork-ish from the way you were cutting.
The wolf's clean, but we can't sell the pelt. Got it.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, what you gonna do?
Can Faye use mending to repair the bad cuts in the pelt?
Sure can. Rimple, you finish dressing the wolf a bit, and you have the pelt. And as you begin to hold it up, you're like, it could be better. And then Faye comes over and casts mending, and it just magically heals. And you're like, oh, guess you did a better job than you thought. So yeah, now it is a full, properly connected wolf pelt. And you break down the meat, you start to cut little chunks off, and however much you guys are willing to butcher, I guess, to create a fire. Are you butchering the entire animal and eating it all tonight? Or are you gonna try to save any of it, or?
Oh, okay. I mean, do we want to save some?
I say anything we don't use or eat, we can give to the Stonehill Inn if we keep it preserved.
Would DM question? Would you allow me to still be able to cast Gentle Repose on it to keep it from decaying, or no?
Gentle Repose. That is, yeah, sure. If you have the spell slot.
I do.
Yeah. Why not? Go for it.
I can do that if you guys would like. Well, I would cast it as a ritual, so I don't know if you would want that to use a spell slot or not.
7, 9.
It goes over to Sirius and gives him an idea.
Not gonna lie, Faye, I can't hear you at all.
I've gone into Discord and turned you up as much as I can.
Can you speak up just a little bit there, bud?
Is this better?
Not really. I just maxed out your volume, so we'll see if it is.
You said Gentle Repose is a... trying to find it in your...
I'll display it to VTT.
I think it's picking up the music more than it is my voice.
One action plus 10 minutes is a second level necromancy. I'm looking for you either if it's in your spell, in your
it's
leveled
not.
spells.
I only have it. I have it because
as
of my
ritual
archetype. Yeah, specifically as ritual. It's not a.
Okay,
it's not
you're good.
It's an archetype.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, that was what I was looking for. Okay, yeah.
How well can you hear me now?
A lot better.
No, you can hear it. Yep.
That was the music.
Okay. So yeah, I what were you trying to say, Faye?
We have an entire skeleton of a wolf. Technically two, but is there any way you can save the bones, and when you need them, you can turn it into your own animated skeleton?
I mean, I could probably try and use Raise Dead on it eventually, but that's not a spell I know yet.
And we can plan for them. Planning has been something that I found helps more than any of us realize.
I mean, I think if the rest of the party's cool with it, I have no problem carrying around some wolf bones.
All looking like I can carry them. What's more dead animal parts? And I'll kind of like pat my backpack, signaling to the skull I already have in my pack.
So as you all are sitting around the campfire, waiting for this meat, you said you were saving some of it, correct? to give to Toblin?
If there's any left.
Yeah, we'll say.
I'm not saying hold back, but
yeah, we'll say about half to 3/4 you guys are able to consume tonight. I mean, it wasn't a huge beast or anything like that, but it has enough meat for you to satiate y'all for the evening, and have a little bit left over to give to Toblin. So yeah.
Sorry.
So, you're all discussing anything else?
Nope.
Can I tend to these ones?
Sure, they exist.
Nah.
yeah, they exist.
What would you like to do with them?
Okay. I'm gonna cure wounds.
On the horses?
On V?
Oh, I thought you said tend to these, as in the horses.
No, sorry.
What was the medicine check for?
I didn't mean to.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to cure wounds.
Gotcha.
11. It's 11.
Viha, you here for 11 points?
Having Galen cure my wounds, I'll thank him with the usual thumbs up and smile.
Okay, is there anything else y'all would like to do?
Negative.
Okay, cool.
We should probably once we get into town, before we go to meet the boss, I would suggest we prepare a little bit. I have a bad feeling.
I think we all have a bad feeling.
Well, if we go talk to the librarian.
I mean, I'm planning to talk to her anyway, so I can get her help with the fronds. But the more we can do, I suppose.
Yeah, plus we need to deliver Seraphina's message. Let Elowen know that she's all right, that she sends her greetings.
All right, so nothing else. If you want to take go to bed, is anyone staying up on watch?
I'll take
I'm
the
taking
first watch. I haven't really done anything. Sorry,
Ripple's
taking a
doing
rest.
rest.
Faye's gonna watch too, but she's mostly gonna be laying down with her belly to the fire.
Okay. So Rimple and Faye?
Yep.
Me too.
And Vihan. Okay, Sirius and
I'm
Galen.
always first watch.
Got it. Sirius and Galen bed down for the night. Rimple, Faye, and Viha, please roll me perception checks.
Yep.
Or Faye, if you would like to not roll at all, since you're not going to be really paying attention. It's up to you.
Is still gonna try and keep watch. That's a 4.
Staying alert, but kind of just lazing around.
Got it. Easy enough. So, is there anything y'all would like to discuss in your watch?
And I'm just gonna kind of be standing off to the side, and I'm gonna be actually like paying attention to the new sword that I got, like kind of swinging around in the air a little bit, and just being like, this feels familiar somehow. and I'll be contemplating it, thinking about how I got it, just kind of focusing on my attention on my new sword.
Okay. Jump over to Whispers for me.
Alrighty.
Okay. As you begin to play with your sword and kind of get the feel of it, you hear this voice in your head, and it kind of like, it doesn't really say anything. You just get this sense or feeling of redemption, and you get this urge, like you can't wait for the next fight. You want to slay something.
I just get when I get that urge, I just get this odd grin, like hesitant but confident. Like whatever I do take on next, I know I'll be able to take on.
Yep. And as you think that, you get this feeling of, even though you've just eaten, you get this feeling of hunger. From the pit of your stomach, you're not sure if it's for food or it's a weird sensation. It's just like a feeling of hunger.
Yeah.
Okay. Jump back into curtains, please.
All right.
Okay.
I know the different hunts. Owlbear has the highest quality meat, but it's
welcome back.
Hello.
Yep.
Yes.
Sorry, there was a knock on my door.
You good?
Viha suddenly gets this almost menacingly grin on his face and does like a 360 swing of his sword, and then kind of swings it downward to point at the ground. He said, "Let him come at us."
Yes.
I'm gonna look at you and.
You are sleeping,
Kind of.
Sirius.
Oh, that's true. I am. Keep forgetting.
Technically, he's in a trance. He's an elf.
True, but knocked out trance.
Yes. Not aware of what is going on. Rimple, you kind of notice that a little bit. Faye, you don't really notice anything going on.
Really quick. What did I notice again? I
He's
just came back.
he is just practicing with his sword through twirls and stabs and muttering things under his breath.
Hiya! Hashikiya!
Yep, essentially. Passive perception.
Oh, look at me.
Rimple. Well, you rolled a perception check. Rimple, can I have you come into Whispers, please?
Yep. Really quick.
Many much whispers.
Yes. Okay. Rimple, as you're kind of hanging out on the log, and Viha's off doing his own thing, and Faye is laying in a food coma by the fire, you feel on the back of your leg, like just above your butt, you feel a little tickle. An exterior tickle.
All right, I'm gonna see what the tickle is, or I'm gonna use my right hand and try to brush it away from my ass.
So as you reach back, your hand hits this. You feel like a scaly cylinder, I guess.
Ooh.
You could assume maybe a snake, but you can't see it.
Oh, those are the worst. I'm gonna try to yank it off me.
Okay. as you yank it off you, it seems to materialize in your hand.
Ooh.
It's just a little bit longer, maybe 5 or 6 inches from the bottom of your hand and like 3 or 4 inches from the top of your hand. But as it materializes, you see that it has little wings, and attached to the edge of one of its wings is like a little rolled up piece of parchment.
Huh. I'm gonna take the piece of parchment and from the creature, and I'm gonna unfurl it.
Okay. Are you dropping the snake, or just gonna keep it held in a hand?
I'm gonna use my gnome racial feat, speak with animals. Where'd you come from?
Master sent me.
Who's your master?
Alia.
Who?
Says in very sneaky voices with like a lot of hissing. Says Master Halia.
Master Halia.
Yes.
Do I know Master Halia?
You've met a Halia before in Phandalin. You would recall that Halia Thornton is the proprietor of the Miners Exchange.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna put the snake down and go. Alright.
As soon as you put it down, it hits the ground and starts to rise. Its wings start to flap and starts to move about 3 or 4 feet away from you and then just vanishes.
Oh, it's a flying snake. Cool. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna unfurl the document and start reading it.
So it doesn't say much. It says, we have been watching you. We may be able to help each other. See me when you're next in town. And then it says, it's in Thieves' Cant, by the way. It is in Thieves' Cant. I forgot to say that first.
Is there an emblem on this scroll?
Yes, there is. At the very end of it, it says HT, and right beside it is a little flying snake emblem.
Kyra, please make me roll a history check if I know anything about the Zentarum.
I will say you know enough about the Zentarum.
Alright. Cool. Not the Black Network's watching us. Oh, I should have realized when I saw the flying snake. I'll put the scroll in my pocket.
Okay.
But really quick, since you say we're watching us, I'm going to make a quick perception check deep in the woods, see if I have eyes on the camp.
Okay. You're heading deep into the woods?
Yep.
Okay, roll my perception check.
Alright. 18.
At the minute, no, there's no one really like watching you, but you can kind of surmise a little bit that snake might have been sent and followed you possibly for a little while until you were relatively alone, which would have been a better time to do it when you were on the road, but everything was happening. I wanted to give you your own time outside of the combat shit.
Well, hell yeah. Alright, cool. Yes, let's go. D&D Mafia's after us. Cool.
Okay. Would you like me to, when we get back to curtains, would you like me to, or would you like to say you're going off into the woods and then come back or whatever?
I'm gonna say...
Or would have used that perception a little bit before you headed out to the woods to try to glean before you would have had to go out there?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna take about 20 feet into the woods.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough.
Like when the campfire is starting to dim.
Okay. Gotcha. I will bring you back.
All right, I'm gonna walk
back.
about 20 feet into the woods, and hang on, let me just see. Nah, fuck, I totally got rid of that spell because I have the studded leather, so I didn't really need mage armor anymore.
Yep.
So whatever, I have 2 defensive spells and a reaction, so. Yeah, I'm also. So what I could do. Hang on. Just give me a moment. I'm going to take some of my rations.
Okay.
And I'm going to leave sort of a Hansel and Gretel trail.
Got it.
I'm gonna take some of the wolf meat. I'm pretty sure we preserved, or the boar, or some of the boar jerky, and just like use that as like every 5 feet, psh, boar, just in case something happens and they can follow my trail.
I gotcha. Yeah, easy enough.
Yep, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm also going to cast Mage Hand under my coat.
Okay.
And just hide the glowing Mage Hand. And since it's written in Thieves' Cant, I'm going to memorize the words they use.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Cool. Easy enough. Let's head back over to curtains.
Do you want me to roll stealth? And since I'm pretty sure they didn't see me, or
you can, with what you gleaned with that perception check. It's I mean, you can roll stealth, but you're not. There's no one there. It's just the snake was kind of following you a little bit, and that was all that there was. Right. Yeah. So you feel like you're relatively safe.
All right. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm also going to take my dagger, and I must find the nearest tree, and I am going to no, I'm not going to do that because no, what I can do is I'm going to take out my marked cards, and I'm going to just go along with the boar jerky, just go ace of diamonds, 2 of diamonds, 3 diamonds, 4 diamonds.
Gotcha.
And that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, easy enough. You're able to lay your trail of breadcrumbs, and you get out to about 20 feet or so. You look around and you sit still. You can still hear slight little crackling of the fire, and you don't see anyone around. You feel like you're fairly alone. But it seems like the snake has gone on.
Okay, so it's a snake basically screwed off. All right.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to. Okay, no, never mind.
Then you come back to camp.
I pick up my cards and I pick up my boar jerky.
Okay. Easy enough. It's
well,
all
you don't know.
there.
I could have got fucking. I could have got a rough sack and just cut a hole in the bag and be like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King.
Yep. No, unfortunately, or fortunately, there was no one there to steal you away from your bestie friends. So, let's jump back over to curtains and continue on.
All right. I still have the scroll in my pocket. I'll let them know. I'll let them know when everyone's up and at them.
Okay.
Because I'm getting tired.
Okay. Yeah, that's totally up to you if you want to do that or not.
All right. Hello.
Hello.
You see Ripple come back and just zip up, and he goes to Mr. Alpha, shakes him awake.
Mr.
Hey, Mr. Elf, you, the Shatter guy.
What up?
Your turn.
Thanks.
And Rumble goes to a sleeping bag, dagger on the pillow, and plops.
Yep. before that, Viha, you noticed Rimple kind of turn and start laying down rations and pieces of paper from that distance, just kind of leading a track to the woods, going so he doesn't get lost or something. It's out there for about 10 minutes or so, and then he just comes back and wakes Sirius up and then goes to bed.
I'll just have like a somewhat puzzled look on my face.
I mean, it really wouldn't be. I'll put it this way. Leaving the campfire to go do things in the woods is kind of an unwritten, unsaid thing. People got to go take poopies. People got to go take poopies, right? But it does stand out a little bit that he's leaving a trail, but not.
Yeah,
not
I'm only leaving the trail because you guys were attacked by wolves.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have that curious look on my face, but it lasts for like a split second, and then I'm just kind of back to my sword.
Got it. All right, so someone waking up Galen, or
yeah, I'll wake up Galen.
Okay. Faye, you fall asleep. Rimple, you head off to sleep. Viha, after waking Galen up, you fall asleep as well. Sirius and Galen, can I please have you both make perception checks for me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're serious?
It's coming.
Very perceptive.
So many nat 20s.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
All right, so as your watch begins in the after or the late mid-morning, or I don't know, halfway through the night, let's say that. Sirius and Galen, is there anything you guys like to do or discuss or whatnot during your watch?
I'll talk to Sirius about the forest spirits I saw, or whatever they were. Ask if he knows anything about them. Also, can I roll to see if I know anything about them?
Galen, you would recognize them as the same type of creatures that you saw in Connieberry.
Okay.
Yep.
Would I have read anything about them in my studies when I was, in the libraries?
Roll me a history check.
16.
You're fairly familiar, not quite in person, but reading about them, that they're little twig blights, that some at one point or another magic was infused into bits of trees and whatnot, and eventually just spawned these little creatures that are made of branches or twigs or bark and whatnot, and they're kind of mischievous sometimes, or they can be used for nefarious means occasionally, but a lot of times they just kind of are there doing their own business until they're disturbed.
Okay. And I'll relay the information to Galen, and then I'll say, it could be harmless, but I don't know, with what's happening around Phandalin, at least with what you guys seem to be caught up in and what I'm joining you for, we might want to keep our head on the swivel, as they say.
Well, it's good to hear that they don't necessarily mean harm. And I'll confess that I may have tried to save 2 of them in Connieberry.
And then hearing that, Sirius will say, well, sounds to me like you might have some stray dogs following you then. Come on, bud. Get up here.
Okay, that's all I have.
Okay, likewise. Besides my dog actually jumping in my lap right now. Hi, bud.
Oh, so that's don't worry, my cat wants attention constantly right now. I'm like, no, kitty, we're playing the game.
Huh. All right, so as you guys' watch continues, you see and hear a lot of things that are happening off in the woods, but nothing really bothers you or or stops you guys from getting a good night's rest after eating your wolf meat and hanging out and doing your self sparring and whatnot. So the sun begins to rise through the trees, and it is now a new day for y'all, and y'all get a long rest.
Gonna be
Yay.
New day.
Don't rest. Confirm.
Don't, because it's... No, out of character, it's sad that Biggie made me never be able to wrestle again.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Good.
Okay, so a new day brings new adventures for you all. What are these adventures entailing, I wonder?
I'm gonna go to the party and be like, hey guys, I need to talk to you about something.
Like that coat of arms that freaked you out before, or?
Oh, no. That's just a crest I remember from back in the day, which was a Wednesday, by the way. Thank you for getting my Dane Cook reference. And he unfurls the scroll. Listen, I was in the woods. I do my business as per usual, and I found something buried under one of the tree oaks. And he starts unfurling the paper scroll, and it's like it's written in Roguish Thieves' Cant. It looks like somebody is watching us. And I point to the flying insignia. You know what that is? That's the symbol of the Black Network, the Zentarum.
Sirius is just gonna look at everybody like, okay?
I don't know why they're watching us. I have no clue. It just says they're watching us.
It could have something to do with the Phandelver's Pact.
Maybe
the Shadow Blade being highwayman. He starts listing all the things on his hand.
So we have, so it's like, how many guilds are after us? We have the Shadow Blades, we have the Lord's Alliance, and now we have basically the Black Network, which, you don't want to get entangled by the Black Network. Let's just say, and I'm sorry, is losing your hand. Let's put it that, and that's only put it mildly. When I first started doing stuff in the city as a young teenage thief, I started as an errand boy for the Black Network. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, did you see somebody, or did you just go out and dig under a tree?
I just, went out, did my duty, literally, and
duty.
Yeah, it's all funny, Viha. And I just found the scroll. Probably some 2-bit upstart probably dropped it by accident.
Well, we are pretty close to town, and oh god, I can't think of her name.
Ravina?
Yes. Said that she had people on the outskirts of town as well, so we're probably within range of her people.
Could be.
What does it say?
It just... Well, you're not going to understand it because it's written in code.
Right.
Can you translate it?
It says, we've been watching you for quite some time. And that's basically the gist of it. And it says, Halia, and it has the emblem of the black flying snake, which is the Zentarum.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's Master Halia.
Well. Okay.
I'll kind of look at Rimple like, well.
Wait, hang on, there's some dirt here. Oh, it also says, come see me when you're back in town. We'll be able to help each other out.
Holly is the haughty elf that works the mining exchange, right?
Well, it says like HT, but it says Halia.
Okay. Do you want us to tag along, or do you think it's best just you check in?
I really think I should go and see them, but if all of us are gonna show up, they're gonna know something is. They don't like to be crowded, if you get my drift.
Yeah, I think most of us are going to the library anyway, first thing.
But I would rather have somebody with me as a just in case.
I can go with you. If they've been watching us, they know how us bards are and been putting on a performance.
Oh, I mean, Viha, we could talk about the reunion show later. I just think that we need to try to I think I should meet with them, see what they see. But Viha, I'm warning you, don't be making any deals or signing any contracts. Usually, contracts get paid. Sometimes they get paid in death. Whether you're dead or someone else is dead.
I'll kind of give like a fist bump and be like, "Can do."
Right. If they want us to move stuff, I'll be happy. Like I said, I was an errand boy for a year. But then I wanted out, and I had to give us some blood. I didn't want to talk about it. I had to do a really, really ridiculous favor. I had like babysit for like a straight month, just to get out of the Zentarum. Don't know why they're watching me all of a sudden 9 years later, but here we are.
Rimple, did you ever gain a rank in the Zentarum? I believe with what you're describing, you were a
I'll
Fang.
whisper it to you. Of course, the guy who runs Waterdeep totally forgets the ranks.
It's that
I
one.
I was just an entry level.
Yeah.
I got out after like the first year. I only have like 2 merits on me. That's it. I was a runner, and when I said I wanted out because they did some ridiculous murder bullshit, I was like, "Can I have out?" And the boss for that guild was like, "Sure, just babysit my daughter for a month and you're out." I'm like, "Cool." That's what I did. That sounds easy. Now when your daughter's a spoiled brat, it isn't. Or ever just kill somebody.
Yeah. I just sent you something. So you have that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know about factions. It's just I forgot the rank.
Okay. So Rimple tells you all this. Any more discussions while you guys are packing up and getting back on the road? Let's say you were doing this while you were walking and chit-chatting and doing stuff.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
I'm going to state the Goodberry count.
Okay. As you guys all are, okay. Galen gives you all out good berries for the day. You're probably about 10 or so miles from town. It takes you a little while to get there. Maybe first half of the morning. So around midday, you'll show up. And y'all are back in Phandalin.
Hi, Tracy.
Oh yeah, let's go see Tracy. See what he's up to.
4 and
We could use a visit to Tracy after we do the library and the miners exchange. Meet back up as a group and go see Tracy, just to get a feel for how the guild's been while we've been gone.
Yeah, see if there's been any activity.
Wait, we're not walking in blind.
Yeah, I was a Fang. Actually, technically, because I have 2 merits. No, I'm a Fang. I need 3 merits. Never mind.
As we step into town, I start looking around and I just kind of like sigh a little bit, but like a sigh of relief. Like, I need a drink.
Oh, me. Okay, V, you're not gonna like this, but Zens don't like to be keep waiting.
I'll kind of show them. All right then.
I know. I promise. I'll buy you a pint, but like they just don't like to be keep waiting. Once I'm at your send, you have to go there right away.
I'll say, all right then, lead the way.
All right. As I lead the way towards the location they pointed me to, I like tell Viha the do's and don'ts. Like, don't be offensive. Don't. Basically, you have to be polite. Don't think you're bigger than anybody else. As I look at the Dragonborn.
I look at Rimpo. I look at Rimpo like gravel. Got it.
Yeah, at a game, Mafia rules.
Yeah.
Real quick before you guys go, can I take a quick collection of like 3 to 5 gold from everybody?
Yeah.
Yep, sure. Here you go.
Give you 5.
I'll hand you 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if I have a map for the miners exchange.
Well, did you throw 5 as well?
I gave you 4.
Okay. I smell.
Okay. All right, so Rimple and Viha are heading down to the miners exchange.
Yep.
As you guys were chit-chatting and walking. All right, so walking inside, a little bell rings, and behind the counter you see a familiar face that looks like, oh my gosh, come on. Where is this nonsense? There we go.
No, I can't.
Okay. Sitting behind the counter is an individual with braided-ish black hair, elven ears, gold earrings, piercing green eyes, kind of stoic smile. Looks up and kind of smiles at you both and says, welcome back to the Miners Exchange. Would you like to purchase something or sell something?
Yes, I was wondering if you've seen anything in the woods lately.
She's gonna roll insight on that. Her eyes will just kind of shift from you to Viha and say, indeed, I have. And she'll give a little, barely a little smile, little smirk.
How do I do?
And she'll is there something specifically from the woods that you are looking for?
Oh, you know, wolves, bears, flying creatures.
As it just so happens, someone has dropped a gem-like creature from the woods at my establishment. I'd be happy to show you. And she kind of gestures to the back room.
It says, God, you said about that screeching cat. Oh, wait. Anyway. And what is it you want to show me?
It is from the woods, of course. And she gestures once more to the back room.
Ah. Alright. And I start going to the back room.
Okay.
I'll follow slowly behind.
As Viha, as you begin to walk, she kind of holds up a hand and she says, I'm sorry, this room is not quite big enough for you. If you wouldn't mind just staying out here for a moment.
I understand.
He's with me.
I understand that, but there is not
Come
enough
on.
room to fit him.
I take out 10 gold and I slowly put it on the counter. Are you
She
sure
looks
about
at
that?
it,
Yeah, I just typed my.
and she slides it off into her hand, and you hear it clink into a pouch. And she says, very well. And she leads you both into the back room. In this back room, you can see a little table with a chair behind it. On the walls, there are a handful of shelves with pieces of like carved gem bits that aren't like full large-sized gems or anything. There's tools sitting around on the shelves as well. There's like a safe right beside, like in the back corner near her desk that is closed and locked. And she sits behind the desk, and she offers you guys 2 chairs that are sitting just off to the side, facing her.
Would you look at that, Viha? There's a lot of room in here all of a sudden.
Indeed.
So, this gem?
And she will reach into her desk and pull out a like a green gem, like, oh my gosh, it's about 3 inches tall, and it's kind of like a crystal. And she'll put it on the table, and she'll start like moving it between her fingers and like tapping it and like lifting it up and like showing it to you. But as she's doing this, she's speaking in thieves' cant to you, Rimple. And she says, you've received my letter.
Of course I did.
Good.
Flying snake. Zenturum.
Of course. We, or I, have been noticing what has been going on. There is not much in town that I do not know or see. It seems that you are getting very well acquainted with our new, the Shadow Blades, to be frank.
Of course I am. You're just lucky we're not hoppers.
Shadow Blades are a plague on this town. They do not belong here. They are a group of bottom-dwelling mercenaries. They have no place within any faction. It is by the hand of a singular individual that this faction came about.
Is this single individual goes by the name of Ravina, by any chance?
And she chuckles.
I didn't know I did.
And she chuckles.
Sorry
And
to interrupt, but Faye listening on this conversation with her amulet.
I didn't
No,
think
it's
Faye
just
was there.
me.
It's just Rimple and
No, Faye didn't.
Biha.
Yeah, it's just me, Rimple.
Never mind.
You, me, and Sirius are at the general store getting ready to pay for the wagon's late fee.
Yep.
Alright, where were we? Oh yeah, but does this creature go by the name of Ravina, perchance?
She chuckles. That stout wench, she is just a pawn in something greater. She is a slight sellsword with nothing more than an egotistical mindset. She is of no consequence to myself or my organization.
So, what is it that you want from me and my compatriots? You said your pet. You said your pet, and we are here. Answer your call.
I have gotten word that one of the higher management individuals of the Shadow Blades is arriving to town, and my snakes tell me that you are meeting with this individual. Correct?
Of course we are. I don't give two shits about this individual, by the way. They think that they can run shop and they can't. I've seen what our people could do. I was a former member. Back when I started my thieving ways, I was a fang.
Let me just jump in. Hey, anyone who's not in the conversation, can y'all mute your mics? Because I'm getting a lot of background noise from several different people.
Yeah.
All right, all right, take 3.
Okay.
All right, and he goes like, and what do you want from us? I was back in the day a fang before I left through some really bad payment.
This I am aware, actually. If you were to assist, we may be able to grant you re-entry into the Zentarum. However, I believe since you have left, a slight change in local management has happened. We are no longer outwardly, shall you say, overt in our dealings as was in the location that you were in. We tend to now keep more to the shadows in the thuggish, brutish way that you remember is not quite how we are these days. We rely more on the secrecy and your talents, shall we say, than we rely on his. And she kind of like gestures towards Viha as she's still twirling the little crystal in her hand, pointing out little bits and pieces in it, and like essentially showing you the gem as she's having this conversation, just absent-mindedly keeping Viha entertained.
Cool. Neat trick you're doing. So let's cut to the chase. I know Zen's motives. What do you want from us? Do you want to snuff this guy out? Would you want me to steal stuff? What?
No, not. And she kind of chuckles again. And she says, whatever you can glean from this individual, I believe would be of benefit to the network. Anything that this individual has pertaining to what you are looking into, and I am aware, would be very beneficial to the network. Having someone like that, and who he works with and for, is not good for any of us.
So you want us to start from the top and dismantle the Shadow Blades?
I mean, the work
from
of
the inside out
isn't quite along those lines, but it has been some time, and you may have gained some more information and talents. So that would not be a bad request to gain entry back into the faction. And plus, I'll pay you some coin, of course.
Alright. Coin's one thing, but I want another deal. Viha. Veha? Is he muted by accident?
He might be muted.
Yeah, I had my muted. I looked at Rimple.
Unfortunately, I need you to leave.
Just kind of nod my head, get up, and excuse myself.
Okay. Since you're leaving, let's jump over to Whispers.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say anyway. I was like, Vito Whispers.
Only I can say Whispers.
Whispers. Okay. Whispers, let's go.
Yep.
Yes.
You gotta whisper.
Nope. Hang on.
No whispers for you.
Oh my gosh, come on. I have to move Suncraft first, or else it disappears. Okay, hang on.
Only I can say whispers. Look at me, I'm a mustache. Oh, hi Vito. I totally wasn't making fun of you.
Okay, so you ask Viha to leave, and she sets the gem aside. She just like brushes it aside with her hand, and then sits forward and crosses her fingers. It says, "Let's get down to business. What do you need to know?"
I don't care about coin. I can steal anything if I want to. But while my compatriots will get paid, I want something more. If I'm doing this reconnaissance mission for you.
Continue.
The last 10 years, there's been a bounty on my head. I don't want to get into details, but my father, Xavier Toadstool III, the owner of many mines up there in Neverwinter, has been looking far wide. He's hired Lord's Alliance, Flaming Fist, Order Gauntlet to find me, but I've been sleeping through the cracks, but I feel like he's getting close. Now, I don't want you to rub him or any member of my family. However, I want you to rub out the bounty hunters searching for me. I know the Black Network has many people. You forget I was a Fang. I know of their presence in Waterdeep. I know the presence in Baldur's Gate. Obviously in Luskin. If you see or know anybody following me, I want you to tell your people to snuff them out. I don't give two shits about some gold or platinum. I just want to stop being stalked.
Are you aware of who owns this bounty?
Paladin. A paladin of Tyr. He's human. He goes by the name of... hang on, I gotta figure... Of Niles.
Does he work for a faction?
I don't know. But I don't know. He's a paladin of Tyr. He could work for the Harpers. He could work for the Order of the Gauntlet. He could work for the Lord's Alliance. But the Lord's Alliance is my best bet.
Very well. If you
I will rejoin you.
Take upon this task.
Mm.
However, there may be a slight complication at the forefront. You may have ties to this individual that's coming in to speak with you. And I think it prudent to let you know who that is.
I'm afraid you're going to say stuff that I'm not going to like.
So let me
brace myself. By thinking... hang on, let me repeat that. Sorry, my words got jumbled. Alright. Say his name.
She smiles. Let me get his first name here. Nope, not first name. Just Lord Blackthorn. And I believe with the connection that you have with him and the connection he has with your father, it would only be a matter of time before this bounty is taken upon you. So I will do what I can to find this paladin. However, I believe aligning these wants and needs of our organization and your own may benefit the both of us. When Blackthorn arrives to have a conversation with you about gaining ground within the Shadowblades, do whatever you can.
I'll do whatever I can. I'll spy, I'll hunt, what have you. But I just want the bounty hunter gone. That was the come of my father, my mother, and my sister.
Blackthorn is working for something bigger. I don't know specifically what. We have not been able to find out, unfortunately. But it seems that he, being a benefactor himself, has a benefactor of his own that remains on the periphery of our snakes. Find out who it is. If you must dispose of him, so be it. These Shadowblades must be eradicated.
I'll do what I can. And in agreement, you'll find this bounty hunter for me?
I will send snakes to the network all across the Sword Coast. And we will dispatch this paladin of Tyr. And she smirks and grimaces at saying it.
And then, we have an arrangement. I will do your bidding, you will do my bidding. Don't you love when deals come together? Another thing. What is with that emerald you keep on twirling? It's a neat trick, but do you just have a compulsion?
Oh, this was... And she tosses it aside onto a shelf. This was for your friend's amusement while we conversed. I don't know if you are going to divulge anything to your friends.
I'll tell them.
I would ensure you tell them either what they need to know or nothing at all.
I'll tell them what they need to know. And you see him lower his right breast, and you see the symbol of Sarek carved in. And he puts his vest back up. And he winks at her.
And in common she says, well, that's the gem I was telling you about. Fascinating, I'm sure.
It is fascinating. How much does it fetch? I'm just out of curiosity if I wanted to buy it.
Oh, quite a bit.
You know what? I'm actually tapped out, and I actually owe my Dragon Ball friend. He's been waiting all this time. Yes. Pleasure doing business with you. I'm pretty sure if we need more materials or mining or pitons, I always forget how to say that fucking word. Pitons, we'll come definitely see you again.
Let's jump back over to curtains.
Yep. Ooh. Getting juicy now.
Yes, indeed.
Here they come. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
A lot of whispers today.
Leave the back room, and he goes, all right, we're done here, Via. I owe you a drink. Let's go.
Okay, as two of you leave the Miners Exchange, jumping back to the few that are at Barthen's, you walk into Barthen's and you see the familiar face behind... where is Barthen's? Ah. I see, there is Barthen. Welcome. What can I do for you, adventurers? Oh, hey, welcome back. Did the wagon and horses suit your needs?
Yes.
I believe you still owe me a little bit of money, though. You were out there an awful long time.
Yes, we had quite a bit of business to attend to, and some of it delayed us. What is the amount to settle for?
Let's see. Going for paid for.
He has 26 gold and 65 silver.
Did you put any money in Galen's hand, Faye?
He puts in all the gold and silver.
How much?
All the gold and all the silver, and whispers, "You're owing me one tonight." To his ear.
Could you stage whisper that? I didn't hear what you said. Just speak regular volume.
Did you say you were paying it in full?
Faye gives Galen the money to pay with and whispers into his ear that he will repay her later. As in later
it's tapping for me.
Is someone clicking their keyboard a lot?
It's a mouse pad.
Mouse pad. Okay.
Okay, so am I to understand that you're paying the total amount of the wagon?
25 gold, I'll do it.
He is paying the 25 gold.
Okay. From the amount of money that I raised from the people, I had 20 gold that I start to put on the table. And if Faye's willing to give 5 gold, that's fine. That pays the total amount that everybody's paid up. But if you push my money back towards me, that's fine too.
Faye's trying to say that he owes her.
Okay, so you push the money back to me. Awesome.
Okay. Is there anything else I can do you for? Would you like to buy anything? He says to Sirius, Faye, and Galen.
He doesn't have any weapons of any type, does he?
No. Looking in here, you see like random like backpacks, barrels, torches, tents, shovels, pouches, miner's pick, I guess that could be a weapon. Some rope, sacks, like general store type things, some tools.
I just kind of nodded him awkwardly and said, "No thanks," and then follow behind Galen.
How much is a water skin, and does he have 2? I left mine full next to the 2 tree lights.
Does he have water skins? Do you see it on the list?
I don't even see the list.
No, I don't see it.
You don't see the list?
No, I don't see water skins on the list.
So the list's in handouts for Barthen's provisions.
Yeah, water skin isn't in here.
Okay.
Says there's jugs and pitchers, flasks and tankards, but I'm not seeing a water skin.
He scrounges up and finds 2 water skins for 2 coppers apiece.
Okay.
So 4 copper total.
I'll go ahead and pay 10.
Okay. Well, thank you kindly. Anything else?
Is there anything you guys need?
Negative.
Nope.
Do you have? There we go. I've got the thing now, the handout now. Sorry.
There you go. All right.
Thanks whoever linked that. A candle and a vial or a bottle. Glass bottle, I guess.
Let's see. And a candle. I could do both of them for 2 gold.
Perfect.
All together.
Okay. I think it's time to go outside.
Okay. As y'all leave, we'll say this interaction was enough time for Rimple and Viha to kind of have their conversation, start working their way back up to town, and you guys head back outside. You guys kind of see each other off in the distance. Does anyone want to do anything else in town?
No, I'm all set.
I think Faye was next, and then I think we were on the library.
Faye, what did you want to do?
I think at this point I'm already at the bar trying to get Viha toasted.
Okay. Yeah, sure. While you guys are at the Stonehill Inn, it's 2 silver per drink.
Yep. Alright, I just give him a gold and be like, load him up!
Well, okay then.
So good to see you again, Toblin.
Oh, it's nice to see y'all too. Welcome back. And he begins feeding you guys drinks. And then while you guys are drinking, Faye, you'd like to do something?
Faye actually wants to go to the smithy to get something appraised. Something she found.
Okay. Yep, so walking over to the smithy, you see the familiar dwarf. Hey there. Hey, you coming back for your trinket?
Not only that, I have something to appraise. Have you ever seen a dagger like this before? He hands him the dagger.
Were you talking to me?
No, smithy. So what dagger are you referring to?
But don't you remember? I found a dagger last session before the giant octopus worm attack.
You talking about the rusted dagger that I put in my inventory?
Thought I was the one holding that.
No, because you were knocked out when I was looting that room.
Was it the one on the altar in the shrine area?
Is that the one you're referring to?
Been.
That was the only one that was there? I don't see it in your inventory, Faye. Did you...
Shoot.
I don't see it in notes or your inventory.
This might be something that gets retconned.
What would you like to do?
It wants to check the progress on the grappling hook parts.
Ah, yes. He says, yeah, it would take a little bit of time, but he hustled through it, and it's actually done. And he holds up a small grappling hook, little, it's like a crossbow bolt, but it's just elongated to have, like, grappling hook curves back onto it. How's this? Does this work for you?
Yes, thank you.
Sorry,
Is there
guys.
anything else?
Serious what?
I said my bad. I keep knocking a bowl. It's getting loud. My bad. I apologize.
Oh, okay. But you said you had to go. I was like, no.
Hey, he says, is there anything else I can do for you?
No, but thank you.
Have a good day, he says. Y'all are... Alright, so Faye does the smithy. Viha and Rimple are in the local pub, the Stonehill Inn. Galen's serious. Was there anything else? What is everyone doing now?
The library, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna try and go to the smithy and buy a sickle point, but I can do it later.
Alright, so is anyone else going with the two of them? Or would have wanted to go, or just the two of y'all going down to the library?
Yeah, I'll go to the library with them.
Faye goes too.
Did you all stop into the Stonehill?
Oh, yeah, if they're stopping in, if not, then yeah, I'm just gonna keep drinking it up with Rimple.
Yep.
Did you all stop in the Stonehill Inn? I didn't quite get an answer.
Rimple and
Faye did.
Viha.
No. I'm saying Sirius and Galen, did y'all stop in the Stonehill to let the others know that you were going to the library, or were you just going?
No, I thought we discussed that when we were outside town.
Okay, cool. So no one else goes beside Galen and Sirius? Alright.
Yep.
Sure. Find the library.
Having fun isn't hard when you got a library card.
Yes. Where the heck? Oh, there it is. Okay, I found it. Okay. Cool. Neat. So y'all go down to the library. You see a familiar face of Elwyn. This lady here. And she looks up. Hello.
I kind of dip my head a little bit and say, "Hello, Elwyn. It's good to see you again." And then I kind of look at Galen.
My friend, it has been a while.
It has been a little bit. Well, Galen, I and our party found the Herb of Remembrance. Galen, is there anything you want to tell her?
And I reach down in along my hip belt where there's a small pinch pouch of tea, and say that the seer sends her warm wishes, and can I go start closing some of the windows?
Serafina. What a great friend. I haven't seen her in some time, but you brought her tea. That's very kind of you. And she smiles, and she immediately begins brewing a pot for the tea as you start to close. Oh, now, and all the windows are closed, and she gets the tea out and starts to pour you guys a cup and herself one. Now tell me, what have you learned?
I look at Galen and kind of glance at him for a second, and then kind of back brief her on what's happened, at least since I saw her last, the fight with the elemental, running into where Obi was and everything else.
Oh my, is Oburian still in there? You did not break him out?
I reassure her that he's safe and being kept. And then I sent word to Sildar and the Lord's Office to raid the area and where Obi's location was.
Ah, I have just spoken to Sildar just this morning. He had not mentioned anything about it.
Oh, yeah.
I look at Galen and say, well, I suppose we might want to go see Sildar. Huh?
Look for sneakies.
Okay. I guess Galen will be excited to hear that Sildar's in town. And nod at Sirius and pull his herb of remembrance out as well. Putting it on the table, his sleeve will right up his arm a little bit as he overreaches, and the rune will become visible to the two of them.
The rune? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I have a little tattoo on there.
I'll kind of glance at it and take note of it. And then reach into my pouch and grab my herb of remembrance as well and put it on the table.
Ah, I know this herb. I'm not sure what you want me to do with it.
And then I look at her and I say, well, you said if I recovered the herb that it could help me remember things from my past.
It might help you, but I don't think I can do anything with it. Have you spoken? I'm sorry, let me back up just slightly. There is an individual in town who can assist with this.
But
I can point you in that direction. Sister Gariel.
Sister Gariel.
Yes.
And my character kind of nods and makes mental note of it.
But this may assist you. However, it needs to be utilized properly to do what you would like it to do. As it sits right now, it is nothing more than a bioluminescent plant, unfortunately.
Okay. I'll search her out after this.
Please do. Were you able to find anything about my book? It's been quite some time since I've seen it. She's speaking to Galen.
Look at Galen and I pull his book out and I kind of hand it towards him.
What book are you pulling out?
The one that... Did we give it back to him?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I think we did.
Oh, shit. Okay, then I don't have it anymore.
She just kind of looks at Galen questioningly. Anything on its whereabouts yet?
The book, we were able to read it and tried to commit it to memory, but it is still currently where it is.
I see. What were you able to glean from it? I very much wanted to study it a bit more.
We know that there are 4 relics. A crystal, a pendant, a sceptre.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the last half of that. You seemed to trail off.
Sorry. We knew originally that there were 3. The crystal, the pendant, and scepter. And then from the book we gleaned there was a 4th one.
Oh, there.
Did we Upon
believe
studying
there
the
was.
book, realized what.
And were you able to recover the one from Serafina?
Yes.
So you have 2 of them. Any idea where this sceptre is, or the mysterious 4th?
No, not at the moment. Wait, do we have an idea of where the scepter is? Obi's letter.
Not that I'm aware of.
Nothing that was told to you guys by any of the players. Or maybe not. There is a location that was visioned to you guys, but it was visioned to a party member who has not divulged that vision to anyone. That's above table. Yep, it was a vision given to someone who did not divulge any of it. Of a new location.
I'm looking at the diary note. I was trying to see if it said something about. Okay, no.
While you were gone, I have heard rumors. It seems that your alliance with the Shadowblades, it seems they are looking for the same things that you were looking for. I would be wary and I would be careful with them knowing, or possibly not knowing, that you have them, or that you have been keeping the relics from them. I would be very careful. There is one more thing. I'm not sure it is of any consequence as of yet. I have a friend, member of the Order of the Gauntlet, named Daran Edermath, and he owns the orchard at the north side of town. He has been keeping an eye on the cave that the forge belongs in. He has mentioned that there has been some Shadowblade movement in and around that cave and where the forge is, and I guess that would be understandable. I'm not sure what else. He's just kept me slightly updated on this.
We'll pay him a visit later on. Thank you.
Please do.
Sirius just kind of nods his head, like, yeah, I agree.
One more question.
Yes.
You said you spoke to Sildar. When did he come into town?
Oh, about 4 days ago.
Okay, so DM, my animal messenger would have failed then.
Correct.
Because I sent it to Neverwinter and travel.
Yes, correct.
Awesome.
It would have gone to Neverwinter.
Oh.
You will not be getting a response back. Or
that's fine.
He would not have gotten the response because I don't think it returns to you unless he does the same thing. So, yeah.
It returns to the same location where I sent it from.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, at the end of whether it succeeded or failed, it returns and becomes a normal animal.
Cool. Yep, that's probably what it'll end up doing. Or it did.
Okay,
anyway.
Cool. Thought I shut the bed.
Yes, he He did arrive several days ago. He had spoken about you, and he is still curious on Oberon's location. If you would not mind letting him know, and possibly escorting him, or going with him to get Oberon, or what's not. It is completely up to you, but Oberon has been gone long enough.
You know where Sildar could be found?
He's staying at the Stonehill Inn, of course, but I think he may have ventured around town to speak to people. So he may be out and about, but I'm sure he will be back at some point, as everyone does at the tavern.
Okay.
I don't want to say this because I'm not completely sure. But ever since I've lost my book, it may just be silly me, but I feel as though my mind is aging a bit more. I'm becoming a little slower in... I don't know how to explain it. In intellect. And I traced it back to when my book was taken. I don't know. I just feel like I need to get my book back.
I'm gonna look at Galen and kind of give him a nod, like we'll talk after we leave the room with Elowen.
Okay.
Well, if you have any more information, please do not hesitate to let me know. I would be very much appreciative. This must be stopped at all costs. Is there anything else y'all would like to ask her, discuss, converse?
I don't have anything for her.
Okay. Galen, anything?
Was there an image of the scepter in the book that we all studied?
Nope.
Okay.
Was there a description of its location in the book?
Nope.
Okay.
Is there a description of what it looked like?
Nope.
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 Going for a hat trick.
Not at all.
Okay. I'll go ahead and step out with Sirius really quick.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you for the tea. And you guys step outside and head back into Phandalin as a whole. All right, so you guys are alone by yourselves outside of the library. You guys wanted to discuss something.
So, as we walk out, once we're clear of the room, I'm going to look at him and I'm going to say, I think we might need to go back there and one, get Obi out, because it sounds to me like that friend of yours maybe never got your message, and two, we have to get her book.
Yeah, I think we're going to have this meeting and then take care of that. I was hoping that it would be taken care of, like, in the next day or two. But I don't even know who we can trust.
That I have done my job.
Was that not good?
Is there anything else?
My character is gonna look at you. Did you actually tell my character you don't know who to trust?
Yes.
Okay. My character is gonna say, well, I know you guys work for the Shadow Blades, but I think they're the last ones I'd rely on in this situation.
We don't really work for them.
I trust Toblin.
We're in under false pretenses, gathering information from every source that we can talk to, and trying to track down everything we can. We have no loyalty to them.
Right. But you have to remember, sometimes we're just guilty by association.
Yes, I understand.
And
just wanted to be clear where we stand.
And yeah, my character's gonna kind of nod like, yeah, I get it, but it might be time to back out.
Okay.
And then, but
can we meet at the orchard up past the shrine? There's a road that heads west from the general store. I'll gather everyone. Faye, are you with us? I know you went to the blacksmith, but I don't see you on the map anymore. Oh, you're up by the general store.
Yeah.
Okay. If you see Faye, grab them. I'll grab the other two. And I wild shape down to a cat.
And I start to walk up towards the smithy, and then I'm going to stop by Sister Gadriel's. Or Gariel, sorry. Galadriel. Can we just change her name to Galadriel? Is that an option?
Nope.
Damn.
I believe, Galen, you also had a quest from Gariel. Are you staying as a cat?
Are you telling me you're headed to go talk to her now?
Well, I told, you would have heard me tell Elwyn that I was going to talk to her.
Okay. Are you telling me outside of the house that that's where you're going now?
Absolutely.
Okay, that changes the wild shape thing.
Okay.
I was trying to get everybody meted up. But if we're doing that, we're doing that. Where the hell is my token?
Let me just move you there.
Oh, is that the library?
Yeah.
I thought that was...
Do you not see this big arrow for the building that you put yourself in? Initially?
Yeah.
It is the Miners
Oh,
Exchange.
Just remember saying BRB.
Okay.
Eat a big red. You are here, arrow.
All right. So Sirius and Galen, you start to head to the Shrine of Luck, and Sister Gariel is not outside. However, you do see her house right here. And let me actually put this. Where is this? Is this on my GM layer? It is. Let me put, let's see, this layer on, shoot. Oh my gosh, come on. Stupid. Hang on here. Layer, map layer. There you go. There's her home. So you guys going up to her house?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. Knocking on the door, you hear a voice. Just 1 second. And let me... It is midday, so let me add her over to it. And behind the door... Oh my gosh, where is the freaking token? There you are? Ah, got it. Okay, so you are going to the token layer. And, oh my gosh, all these. I am sorry, I should have pre-prepped. I should pre-prep everyone's tokens on every single layer, just in case. Let's see. Galen and...
Oh, 1 out of 5
Sirius.
stars. Start playing. DM was not prepared.
Right?
Not prepared for our antics.
All right, so he walks up and she says, "Ah, wait, why are you here?
Maybe we come
I know you." And she points to Galen. Have we met?
May we come in?
Please?
Yes, of course. Come on in. And she leads you. Let me just give you what she looks like. Let me share it to you. She's on the NPC handouts, but this is what she looks like. She speaks kind of listfully and wispy, kind of off in her own thing, as she speaks to you all. Please, join me inside, won't you?
My character kind of awkwardly nods his head and walks to the door.
Have you come to speak about Tamora?
Oh, not sure who Tamora is. Galen, do you know Tamora?
The goddess of luck. The shrine outside.
Ah.
Do you wish to pay homage?
I mean, I could pay homage, but I actually need your help. I think Galen might too.
Indeed. What may I help you with, new friends?
Well, Elwyn said that you might be able to help me. And looking at Galen, my character feels like he can probably just say it. Galen won't think much of it. My character says, well, I lost myself along my studies because I've been trying to find a way to bring loved ones back from the Veil, in a sense. And it warped who I was. It made me lose my way. And Elwyn said that this herb, the Herb of Remembrance, could help me recover who I was and potentially gain purpose and guidance in my mission without losing myself again.
And she
said you might be able to help me.
She looks up, snaps her fingers, she goes, "Ah, the Herb of Remembrance, I remember. You've brought it for me. Thank you so much.
Of course.
This will really help me remember what I've lost."
Well, once we know what you lost, we might be able to help you.
And you hand her one of the fronds?
Yeah, I'll pull the one out of my bag and hand it to her.
Ah, thank you.
I'll cut mine as well.
Oh, there's two. I only need one for myself. Wow, it's so nice that you have two. Now I can help your friend and myself. Tamora be praised. I am one lucky girl.
Do you know how to prepare them?
And she thinks for a second. He says,
We're both herbalists. We could help.
We could.
I have now, and she starts to put her hand up and kind of do a half circle, and then and she kind of turns the other way. I have a book. It's in here somewhere. It's a recipe.
What's the name of the... We might be able to help you look for it.
It's... Oh, the name escapes me. Something about herbology, maybe? I cannot recall. This is why I need this herb. I'm not sure how I can prepare it, though. And she starts to spin around a little bit, looking one way, then looking the other.
Well, I look at Galen. Go ahead, Galen.
I'm gonna go ahead and start climbing on shelves and looking for books.
Likewise.
All right, give me an investigation check, both of y'all.
Investigation. Boom, boom, boom.
Unless someone with proficiency wants to assist. Never mind. Galen?
Ugh.
I clicked it.
Okay.
Holy shit.
20, got it. So you both begin looking around her home, like rummaging through things. Galen, you end up going back to the back room. You're like, oh, this must be her bedroom. But then you see on the desk there is an open book sitting there, and it is actually open to a page that has an image or a drawing of the Herb of Remembrance on it. And there are ingredients and there are ways to prepare it. And this map doesn't show it, but this whole area back here, there is a door. Well, there's a door like right here that's kind of propped open. And Sirius, as you go over there and look, you see this entire room has like stores of like herbalist ingredients and whatnot, and like decanters and all manner of alchemy preparing stuffs, right? There's a bunch in there, so you can yeah, so it's there. And Galen, you find a book that has a picture of the Herb of Remembrance, open to a page with ingredients and stuff.
Before I call her attention to it, can I read over it to make sure that she doesn't misstep in her preparation?
Yeah.
If we ask her, will she let us prepare it for her?
That's not a question for me.
Oh. So I'm gonna walk over to Galen, and I'm gonna say, she looks like she's kind of lost her mind a little bit, like she's not sure. Maybe we can follow the recipe instead.
Galen, this isn't written in her hand. This is an actual book.
Okay. But what I meant was, can I go ahead and look over, cook times, temperatures, everything? Can I look at the recipe so that in preparation, if she screws up, I can be like, well, no, I think it's supposed to be this, and coach her through it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you're gonna help her, then we can definitely give that a shot. Give me
okay.
Just give me a perception check or a medicine. Sure, a medicine check. Why not?
Can I assist with that?
Are you proficient in medicine?
I am proficient in medicine.
Okay, you can roll at advantage.
Okay.
Jesus.
What was it? Oh. My laptop isn't actually rolling the damn dice.
You're pretty sure it's a rather complicated, mid-level complication of creation. It's very specific, but there is a little bit of leeway, and it does give you like step-by-step and bake time. And it does say that this whole thing is going to take about 48 hours of care to create.
Okay. I look at Sirius and say that this might be something that has to be done later, and then ask him if he thinks we should steal the book so that she doesn't store it somewhere and misplace it again, and that we could come back with the book and the herbs.
I'll say that I don't know that we should steal it because we don't necessarily want to make an enemy of her. At least not necessarily an enemy, but make her mistrust us. Maybe if we try to memorize the page, we could leave it here, or at least the cover of the book. If you remember what it looks like, it will have an easier time finding it later.
Oh no, you're right. I've got locate object. So now that I've seen it, that's
there
good.
There you go. Easy enough.
Okay. High five. Okay, cool. So bookmark here, yeah?
Yep, I agree.
Okay, meet you at the orchard.
Sounds good. Then
I'll go ahead and
you see her like standing in front of the fire, and there's like a cauldron with water in it, and she's beginning to take the herbs and place them into the cauldron. This should begin.
Wait.
Did we give them to her?
Yes,
we
she
did. Yes.
Oh, I thought I was just
Alright.
like producing mine and showing it to her as well. I didn't think I was giving it to her.
I look at Galen.
Shall we begin?
I look at Galen and I say, well, if she's going to begin now, I can try and stay and help coach her through the whole mess while you guys rescue Obi.
Okay. I'll go ahead and try to stop her for now. So we can have this discussion without her tossing them into the pot.
Okay. Did you not want to begin now?
Not quite. We still need to find the book.
You haven't found it yet?
Let's keep looking. And I'll turn to Sirius. So, are you wanting to stay here now? Or if we leave town again, you want to stay here?
I can stay with her as long as it needs to be for it to be finished. If you guys have need of me sooner, or if something happens, you can always send an animal messenger, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to hand him 10 gold and say, if you could, before you guys leave town, head to the blacksmith and grab a sickle for me.
I'll go ahead and give him mine out of my... Wait, like a sickle weapon or a sickle item?
Like a weapon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll check the lion head coster for that. Okay.
And then if it costs more than 10 gold, I'll give you whatever the difference is.
It's good.
Okay. And then I'm going to tell Galen, wait just a second, let me get the book, and then we can have her begin. I'm going to head back and grab the book, and then come back out, and tell her we can begin.
I'm going to stop him one more time over here by the bedroom door.
Ooh.
It occurs to me that there might be 3 people that need this.
True.
Our librarian friend seems to be a little brain fuddled.
Yeah, but it seems like if we get her book back, it might actually help her mind.
Or whoever took her book in the first place.
Exactly.
Muddied it.
Do you think the historian could have done it?
No, I think the librarian might be under the influence of something.
Right,
like
right.
Whoever. Yeah.
I'm saying that I think that the librarian, that I'm asking, my character is being very dim-witted, suggesting that the librarian is capable of such things. Or the historian.
Who is the historian that you're referencing?
Professor
The
Hastings.
Obi?
Yeah, Professor Hastings.
Okay, Hastings, got it.
Yep.
So it seems like you need one of them. And she needs one. And the librarian needs one.
Yes. However, if we can brew enough, maybe there'll be enough tea for all 3 of us.
Looking back at the recipe, would I have an idea of whether that's possible to 3 doses?
It takes an entire Frawn to create 1 dose.
Okay, so we have 2.
Yep,
I'll go ahead and nod to Sirius and tell him maybe.
And I'll tell him I'll save my batch just in case, and I won't use it until they return.
Okay.
I'll get to about here and wild shape into a cat and run to the bar.
Oh, goodness, a kitty. Come here, kitty. Oh, he left.
Thank you.
Yep.
The door was closed. Got it. Thank you.
All right. Sirius, while you begin to assist Sister Gariel with crafting these remembrance potions, you go through a few of the steps and start gathering ingredients and kind of not really holding her hand, but really sticking to the book, making sure that she is following what she needs to follow. And you realize it's probably going to be a long 4 to 8 hours. So we will leave you there and go back to Phandalin with Galen and everyone else. Galen, you go into the Stonehill Inn?
Yes, I'm going to try to scamper in and not draw too much attention. And I'm going to make my way over to V and...
Oh, look, that's got everyone already there. Sweet!
Woo!
Yeah, let's go. I like when my prep happens out of nowhere.
I was like 3.5 pints in already.
Yeah, how are you guys doing over at the Stonehill?
Oh. Lagan. I'm sorry, Galen.
I'm a cat.
Oh, sorry.
You see a kitty just kind of run in.
You really are drunk.
I'm gonna stumble off the bar stool and go, "Here, kitty, kitty, kitty." And I slowly approach the cat.
I try to avoid Rimple and I go over and bite V.
V, a cat just bit you, and you've been drinking.
I'll wince a little bit, but I'll after a little bit of thought, past the drinking, I'll realize it's Galen's signal.
Roll me an intelligence check.
Intelligence check? Alright. So I don't recognize it.
What's your intelligence check? Oh, 14?
14.
Yeah, you kind of recall a signal like that-ish through the haze of your drinking.
I'll look at Rimple like, hey, and under my breath, hey, Rimple, it's Galen. It's Galen.
He's furrier than usual.
Don't say anything, but you have to think that he's Galen.
Still about the same size, though.
Yeah.
I'll hop up on the table and sprint out.
Okay, I just want to point out, I don't know if this is pure coincidence, but when you said hop on the table, my cat just literally hopped on the couch.
Yeah, seeing that I'm gonna get up, stumble a little bit to follow him out.
Faye, what are you doing?
Is going to tell Galen he still owes her. And that once Galen is human again, buying her enough for her to look like she swallowed an entire keg. Basically, Faye just wants to get blackout drunk.
Right now?
Yes, pretty much.
Okay. Galen, in your animal form, you still before you leave the table, Faye leans over and says that to you, that she would like to be paid back now in ale to get her blackout drunk now.
Faye, do you have a drink in front of you or food in front of you? I know you just ate a full wolf this morning, or last night, but do you have food or drink in front of you?
Faye does not.
Okay. I walk over to
He is
Rimple
still
and stick my hand in this drink and fucking sprint out the building. Come on.
What? See how the drink's walking away by itself.
catch it. Don't let your drink run away from you like that.
Come here, Booze. And I start walking and following the drink.
Booze is now my cat Wild Shape's name.
It is now.
Turn a Wild Shape into a mug of beer.
So do all three of you follow Galen or what?
I'm following Galen.
I'm 100% following the Booze.
Okay. Faye?
Faye is going to follow as well.
Okay.
I'll lead the party over towards the orchard, slowly turning around. They're still following, and sometimes like doubling back and satelliting behind them to get back in front of them, like trying to get them to come along. Anytime Rimple seems distracted.
Okay.
Or B for that matter.
Are you changing back before you get to the orchard?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, over here, like near the houses, maybe.
Like here?
Just off the path.
There? Okay.
Yeah.
So you all get up there. All right. You get about there, and Galen Cat turns back to Galen.
You know, I'll nudge Rimple like, I told you it was Galen. I told you it was Galen.
It was Galen?
Rimple, I owe you a drink. Faye, I owe you several. But hey guys, the shit hit the fan. While we were gone, a lot of stuff's happened. I'll tell them that we've delivered the fronds to Sister
Ariel?
Yeah, Gariel, and that Sirius is stuck babysitting. And that we went to the library and spoke to the librarian and told her about the book, which we still need to get and bring back here. I'll look over at V and tell him that the animal messenger message did not get delivered to Sildar because Sildar is here in town, and that we still have a meeting with at the giant, sleeping giant. But there is also someone here at the orchard that wants to talk to us.
I'll take a little bit to kind of gather my composure and be like, oh, okay, I'm good.
How many drinks were you guys having?
This many, and I saw before. Did you see the cat? Oh wait, you were the cat. Yeah, you were the cat.
Hey Galen, did you see the kitty?
I'm not going to have you roll a Constitution saving throw because it seems like you've already failed willingly.
I'm a gnome. I'm a gnome. Also, I'm a gnome. Just want to point that out. I'm not a dragonborn or a dwarf. I'm a fucking gnome.
Yep.
V, how we should go back to more karaoke.
Galen, did you mention what did you mention about Edermath to the party?
About what?
About Daran Edermath, the guy you're going to see right now.
Can I roll a history check to see if I remember what I remember from the meeting that we just fucking had? Because I am literally so thrown for a loop that I don't remember what.
Okay.
I just know the librarian said you have somebody that might know where the sceptre is or something.
Okay. Yeah, roll me a history check.
Okay. I'll even roll it in chat, because fuck. I don't remember.
So we need a fourth fawn of the Herb of Remembrance for Galen.
So you remember her speaking to you and saying that a friend, Daran Edermath, who is a member of the Order of the Gauntlet, is living. He lives in town, and he's been keeping an eye on what's call it Wave Echo Cave, the location of this magical forge, right? Yeah. He's been keeping an eye on that, and he's been noticing some movement around it, like shadow blades and weird creatures and whatnot. Nothing more than maybe a little more than normal, but that's pretty much what was relayed to you. So what will you be relaying to the party?
That he knows the location of the possible location of the forge.
Hearing that, all right, we need to talk to him right away then. That's a key component.
But I think we should stick together, because it seems like between people watching us and the boss being in town, Sildar being in town, and I did say Sildar's here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And aside from Sirius, who's on babysitting duty with the potions of remembrance. Yeah, I'm drunk now. Yeah, just think we should stick together, and I don't know where we should go after this, but I know we do have the meeting.
You can judge by the timeline. The meeting's probably tomorrow, actually.
Oh.
You guys were gone for quite a bit.
Cool. At least we're not late.
Yep.
Funny how that works out. Galen, did you mention the faction that he's a part of, or no?
Yes.
Okay.
I will have mentioned that after looking around a little bit more to make sure that nobody's around. I would have mentioned that yes, he's a member of the group.
Got it.
How many factions are there? There's 5 or 7.
There's quite a bit of factions.
There's a handful of big, and
yeah, there's a handful of
there's
big
and then you have
hitters,
there's like the big ones like Or the Gauntlet, the Gauntlet does Zen.
So there's a handful of big ones, and then there's a bunch of smaller factions in local cities and larger cities.
Those are like your Flaming Fist, your Xanthar Guild, your Bringing the Earth.
Right, but how many are on that main banner thing on the page?
There is
5. There's 5.
Okay.
There's 5. There's Harper's, Zenturum, Emerald Enclave, Lord's Alliance, or the Gauntlet.
Perfect.
Galen would be amazing as an Emerald Enclave member.
I am.
I mean, you can.
I can stamp my foot.
He didn't say he can't. That's not what he said.
You sure?
I said you'd be an amazing member as an Emerald Enclave.
I can't tell if it's the alcohol or what. I can't tell if you're RPing or not. I am, and I stamped my foot.
Oh, you are? Cool.
Yes.
Guys, he's a member of the Emerald Enclave.
Yeah,
Be careful, zombies.
Oh, God. You are, sounding like my best friend right now. Anyway. So I'm going to try to, move us along towards the orchard.
Okay.
Also, doesn't one of the 2 children, one of the children is son of the father of the Stonehill, and then one of the children is son of the people of the Orchard, right?
No. The Alderleaf kid, which is just a farm. Which is not the orchard. Yeah. Let's see.
Okay.
Do I have a map for... Should have a map for the orchard. I do. Yeah, let's go. I have to move you guys over there first, though. Just realize you need to be there with me. Okay. So, let me put your tokens out again. Let's see. Faye. Viha. Siri. Not Sirius. Galen. Oh, come on. Galen and Rimpele.
Woo!
Okay. As you guys come up the path, you see apple orchards on either side of you. It looks rather nice and very inviting, and smells of crisp apples during the midday sun. And in front of you, you see, well, let's say the door's open. Sure, why not? A little cottage that's kind of at the back of the orchard. And that, I believe, we're going to call it for tonight as you guys begin to make your way to Edermath Orchard.
Right.
So work up whatever you're going to say to him and your plans and stuff. It was a lot of information. So figure out what you guys are going to do when you talk to him, plus your big meeting with the Shadowblade higher level management tomorrow, and how that's gonna go. So we'll call it there for tonight. But guys, that was a lot of fun.
All right. Yep.
I appreciate you all.
A great session.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth, different places. I know we didn't keep the party together the whole time, so for anyone who felt like they weren't getting a lot of spotlight, I apologize. But it was a good session. I enjoyed it.
Was fantastic.
But yeah, if anyone wants to leave now, thank you for joining us, and I appreciate playing with you guys. If you want to stick around, I'll be right back and we can chit chat.
No, I gotta go.
All right.
Bye.
Gotta get commission stuff done.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Later.
Bye, guys.
I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for the time.
Hey everyone, Chaotic Vito here. Once again, it is the end of our Secret of the Phandelver's Pact session. Wow, what a session. The party just left Blackthorn Keep without doing too much. They survived, which is good, which is always doing great for them. They made their way back down to Phandalin, talked to Elwyn, talked to Sister Guriel. They talked to Elwyn about the book and where Obi was. They found out Sildar's back in town, or Sildar's in town. And they were told to go talk to Daran Edermath, who's a member of the Order of the Gauntlet, who has been seeing some goings on around Wave Echo Cave, where the Forge of Spells is. They went and talked to Sister Guriel, gave her the Herb of Remembrance to attempt to make a potion of remembrance. Sirius decided to stay with her and try to brew it. But the party went to Edermath Orchard to talk to Daran Edermath, and that's where we ended it. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm gonna go do some aftercare with the players. But yeah, heck of a session. I can't wait to do it again next week, same time, same place. Yeah. With that, I'm Chaotic Vito. You were awesome. Let chaos reign. Have a wonderful evening. Good night.